Alright, so cool. Greetings and salutations, everyone. We are back for episode 5 here, which is nice. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole, I guess. We're going to go into some holes. So,
We had one like that as well.
yeah, something like that.
Like the name
It was-
of a
it
Halo
was
map
essentially-
mission.
It was essentially a penis measuring day.
Like
Yeah.
like the maps in Halo have always got like really like ominous names. Like I don't know.
So, what happened last session was not a lot, like most D&D sessions. However, you guys sold the rats to the hunters. Ignacio was able to kind of start some introductions to that group of people, but nothing really equated from that encounter there. Afterwards, the kids, Mark, James, and Eddie, were kind of loitering around outside on a bit of a mission. They came up to Forcekin and started chatting to him. He alluded that there was treasure or some sort of fun activity out in the woods that they could go accomplish. Being able to persuade them all that someone's got a microphone open. I think it's coffee. Go off, turn your Zoom off. So he was able to persuade.
Zoom. Let me speed this out. Zoom.
Nice echo. So yeah, he was able to convince the kids to turn their fucking microphones off.
How the fuck do I mute myself? No, I need to zoom. I was roll 20, dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
How about you
Is
mute
that
your roll
better?
20? So much better. Alright, so he was able to convince the kids by using a small illusion, essentially, of their father. And they were on their way, happily adventuring party to go find the treasure, or find the treasure outside the castle, or outside this little stronghold, this little village area. And luckily enough, the group caught up just in time to kind of stop the kids, say, what the fuck's going on, and bring this up to Forcekin's attention, like, what's going on here. He was able to pass it off as ignorance, kind of like, well, just trying to teach him, I guess. It's not my fault. I don't know your customs. I'm a blue man. I'm an alien. And everyone was pretty happy with that response there. So the kids were stopped from going out onto potentially a slaughter in the wilderness, facing some giant rats, and the group set back off to go clean up the giant rat mess. So they went back to their... Oh, that's a strong vodka. So they went back to the last area where they saw the giant rat packs. They did some poking around and you were able to find the trails of where they kind of hurried off to, because there was a couple that escaped the last encounter. Mark, while Forcekin scrubbed off some of the previous writings sketched into a tree. Moving on from that, following the terrain that led you down to a new area, you're able to kind of see down this mountainside, or this small hill really, into the valley below. And I'll pull it up because you guys are seeing that one now. Oh, actually, no, you're seeing the splash screen. This one. Yep, so you'll be able to see the valley below. And in there was like a small ruined settlement that you are able to see. At this point in time, Forcekin decided to take a piss, and everyone was kind of very interested in what was going on. So we decided to roll up Forcekin's penis size, which is a whopping 2.1 inches. Or 2.9 inches, sorry, 2.9 inches.
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
For him.
Summoning his companion, Forcekin summoned Sir Hawker to kind of help out, scout the area. Eventually, you made your way down the hill, finding more of these rat packs, and easily able to dispatch them. Not going too much further, you started investigating some of the nearby ruins. You just decided to investigate 1, 2, and 3. Sir Hawker, Forcekin's companion, scouted out and found a temple, or a statue, in the center, or into this pathway over here on the right, on the eastern side. And Forcekin saw some bipedal humanoid figure kind of walking into the statue. You guys decided to, approach it somewhat cautiously. Walking up to it, there was no sign of any humanoid around this area. and Foreskin was able to find some stairs at the base of this statue that they could lead down into, and that brings us up to right now.
And I do believe to be held accountable to my actions is we ended with
You yelled
Hey,
out, "Hey guys,
guys!"
it's fine."
hey guys, there's no enemies here, it's free to go.
That's exactly what happened.
Famous last words. All right.
We're like, I'm fucking hiding.
I think cautiously, Shebeard would approach the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
being observant of the surroundings, listening. Do I hear anything?
Yeah, you can.
All quiet.
Yeah, you can give me a perception. Anyone who wants to kind of come up to the statue
Okay.
and
Yeah.
have a look around the statue can do so, and give me a perception check if you want.
I'll give you a big old perception check, mate.
It's kind of looking at like
I get an Arcana check.
Arcana is for magic, so you want to kind of look at the statue and see, like, is it a magic statue, or does this statue represent anyone in magic, or
Sorry,
isn't it an illusion?
There's a statue in front of me, and like in front of the statue, it dropped down into its. Wow.
Yeah, essentially, it's kind of.
Oh, I thought the statue went down. And it came
Nah,
down the staircase.
it's the statue's above, and it seems like the statue's kind of shifted along, and underneath where the base of the statue was are stairs leading down.
So this is essentially the entrance to Dumbledore's office.
Yeah, you could reverse it because it's not going upwards, but yeah, it's essentially the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I'm just helping you out, kind of like what an Arcana check really does in terms of things like.
Yeah, mine was strictly just like I just want to see if I can sense any magic or like
Yeah. Eddie, did you want to do anything like approach the statue, or are you happy lurking in the shadows?
I'm happy observing from the bush at this point. I may just do a perception check for any movement around in my vicinity in general, like not necessarily just at the statue, but anywhere.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Anywhere else but the statue.
Yeah, I feel like they've got that covered.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So, hey, Toriko. Kitty's back inside, and there's Zoe in the background. All right, sweet. So, Sheephead looking around the statue and kind of listening in down into the stairs. You see, it's a spiral staircase going downwards, like spiral steps going downwards into a darker area. You don't really see much light down in that area either. It's quite dark and ominous. You hear a faint whistling sound, like air is flowing through it very subtly, so it's not stagnant or anything like that.
Smell.
What can you smell? Damp, like kind of moss, like
Moss, dank,
it's like dank, dark, like a bit moldy, like it hasn't been used in a while. Like no one's really like living in here, kind of situation. Kind of got that stank.
Okay. FYI, I have not used prestidigitation yet, even though we're only 5 minutes into the game.
Oh my god, must be
It's a new record. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
I'm
so
reformed, guys. I am reformed.
Okay, I think that I will, sort of just cautiously approach and sort of.
So, Mark, what you kind of get the sense of is the town itself is pretty normal. There's nothing really sticking out from there. The statue is magical. There's been a spell cast on it. You don't know exactly what it is, but it's responsible for the statue being able to move backwards and forwards to reveal this secret entrance there. So it's kind of a magical means of pushing the statue, or maybe unlocking this door, as it was. Outside of that, your Arcana check doesn't really give you much else. I'll put you down. But you know that there's some sort of magic involved for this doorway, essentially, the secret doorway.
But nothing on the steps or anything.
Nothing on the steps or anything. No.
Magical.
No. And Ignacio, what you can see looking around, or here, yeah. You don't really see anything around. You hear kind of the scuttling of rats, kind of still, kind of dissipating around the general area. Because last that you left, they kind of all rushed you and then fled in fear after you just massacred like 5 of them. My boy, or 6 of them. You massacred my boys. Look what you did to my boys. But you don't really see any immediate threats in like maybe the 60 feet around you that you've got easy vision of, which is pretty much everywhere on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rats scuttering around. Yeah.
I think that Sheebeard would I don't know. I think I want to like I'll turn to Force in and say perhaps we should, before we go head first into this spiral staircase, perhaps we should check out the other structures or any other stuff before we commit to heading into a random dungeon. There could be some other clues or other things in the other buildings that we haven't checked.
Oh, sure. Why not? Any idea on where you want to go? Can I see
Well-
Eddie? We don't. I guess I don't acknowledge Eddie, but be like, do we go where Eddie is and kind of do the old?
Well, Josh, do we know where he is?
Yeah, we do. Cause we
Yeah.
planned together.
Okay.
Be like, we kind of do the old hangout
Okay.
with that guy, or do you wanna?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's walk back and relay that information to Ignacio.
Okay. Alright, well, I just kind of follow along
Yeah. All right. Well.
and move straight down Boomy's here.
Yeah.
What'd you
Okay.
find?
A spiral staircase downwards into a mossy, dark spiral staircase of downness.
And I did not.
I
A
don't
system of a downness.
The system of the down.
know.
Curious.
Syndrome.
What do you think we should do?
Well, I was thinking maybe we should check out the other buildings before we commit to going into some dark dungeon-esque area.
I still hear some rats scurrying about. It's probably a good idea. Clear them out while we can.
Right. So, are you guys? We've already checked 1, 2, and 3. All that's left is 7, 11, 12, 9, 6, and 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll mark them on the
Well,
map.
there's
What you've
5
kind
there
of
as well.
what you've kind of seen. You've kind of seen here. You've seen these rooms.
Okay. Do you want to do maybe just a if it's going to be a boring thing, Josh? Do you want to maybe just fast track it and just
It's
go,
just a boring
okay,
thing.
you go to 4. Let's do a perception check. Okay, we go to 5. Okay, we go to 6. Okay, we go to 8. We go to 9. We go to 13. We go to 12. We go to 11. Boom, we're back at the thing.
In
I
what
don't know,
order do you want to
to
go see
Well-
these rooms?
Well, I don't know. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 9, 13,
Just want to go in
12,
chronological
7.
order, or counterclockwise, or how do you guys want to approach this?
Well, we want to end up back at the thing and maybe check out 11, like as we get back to the thing. It's just 7 is awkwardly positioned, so maybe we. I don't know.
Welcome, Irani. Greetings and salutations.
Maybe we go 7, and then down to 4, and then 5, 6, 8, 9, 13, 12, 11, down the hole.
Sure. And you're all going as a group. Is that what you'd like to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah?
Is everyone cool with that?
I'm guessing you said that to us. I'll be like, I do have Sir Hawkers, who does not have a penis. I should stipulate. Can scout.
This is truth. Maybe we send Sir Hawkers to 7, and then we go check out 4, 5, 6, 8.
Most of these buildings
9.
are like ruined. They're single-story ruins, essentially, with most of their roofs caved in. So all of them are visible aerially, and you would know that, Mark, because your birds pretty much, or your hawk, so Hawkers has pretty much scouted this already.
Okay, well,
He didn't
Well,
see
from my
anything of
recollection,
interest from any of these buildings. He didn't see anything in these buildings, like any humans or creatures lurking around.
what about treasure?
I guess. Can I remember? Were there windows? Were there like? Fucking.
If they were, they're long destroyed.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
have.
that's right. Okay. So I can see directly inside the building.
Yeah, essentially.
Like if I remove the top of a house, I can see.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
layout of the
you can
house.
see the layout of the house as you can see it now. This is essentially what you can see is what you see now, and there was no creatures that you saw in any of these buildings.
Okay. Then I'd like to read
Sir
out-
Hawkers didn't really do too much, like didn't go like really close in and have like a really good detailed look, but you can see all the insides of it, and you know that there's nothing in these buildings that's like maybe, just gold sitting there, easy to see, or a big mummy that's gonna come out and stab you, or any treasure chest. It looks like all of these are abandoned buildings quite some time. Anything's
Maybe some
kind of
secret
run down.
passageways or something like that.
Just two
That's
things, guys,
something
quickly.
Sir Hawkers wouldn't know.
Just two
Oh,
things.
exactly.
Quickly, guys. Can we have a quick cheers? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday for joining us on stream. And
Thanks, everyone.
secondly, I keep pressing the wrong button and drawing a line on the screen. How do I delete that quickly?
I'll just do it.
Under 7.
You go to the pointer, the little pointer mark. You highlight it, like you click and drag or highlight it, and then you just hit delete. So if you're on the draw shape and stuff like that, you just go back and do that delete. And I can delete anyone's. You can only delete your own, but I can delete anyone's. Cool.
Yes,
So yeah, I can see all of that's drawn on. People are still doing squares.
There's only one button to get rid of it.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. We're removing the 40-minute group.
Oh wait, we're being. Oh, I thought that said.
Okay, so you guys know the situation of you don't see any immediate threats, but no detailed look of these buildings have gone through. If you want to go investigate a building, pick a number.
How cautious do you guys want to be? I can send my hawk into each building and assess. Or do we go balls deep?
I think we should go building to building, just to be sure.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
So you're going to go as a collective, not scattered out, and have a look at each building one by one. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that the Hawk's got the visual on all the normal stuff, but we want to or I don't know. I want to just check to see if there's some trapdoors or
You
anything
don't
like
trust the
that.
hawk, do you? Is that?
No, but the Hawk's gonna miss little details like that from an aerial view. We want to go. I want to go and see if there's any secret doors or anything like that.
Okay.
I want to go straight to the dungeon, but apparently I signed some stupid contract that says I have to follow the collective.
That's it, mate.
I will follow this Dan Andrews contract as may be.
As may be.
All
right.
Role playing Alan Jones.
Okay. So you
You
start.
don't know who Dan Andrews is yet, but you will learn in 2,000 years.
Or Alan Jones.
We will find out.
He's pretty old. I think he was here back then.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Some Archlich.
Sorry for some weird names being used today.
All right. So I
Definitely
assume
not
we're
with
going.
Faerun.
I assume we're going 4 first. If was that the agreement? Because Shebeard was the one to suggest it. All right. So you're going through 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 13, 12, 11 in that order. You've kind of seen everything, and then 7 maybe,
Yeah.
like counterclockwise. Get your
Yeah.
back closer to the statue. Okay, so you approach each one of these buildings, and as Sir Hawk has kind of described from, Forcekin has described from the aerial point of view, these are rundown buildings with nothing really of value inside. They've been abandoned for quite some time. Number 4 is especially basic. It is rotten, falling down. The roof is completely removed, but the base of the ground's still somewhat intact. You'd say it's slightly better. There's still moss and shit kind of growing on it. But nothing else seems to be disturbed from here. No chests, no windows, no roof. It's very similar to 5. It's even a bit more worn down when you get to 5 as well. A couple of trees or shrubs kind of breaking through the stones, a little bit more worn down. 6 as well, very similar. Very, very similar in 6. Again, a worn down building. Everything seems to be deserted for ages. As you approach 9, this very small room, it's a lot smaller than any of the houses that you've seen before. You go in there and there is faint kind of scratchings on one of the wall, kind of covered in moss there. You can all give me a perception check or something.
I'll take a perception check on that. I would love to give you a perception check.
Or anything else that you seem fitting.
I might actually roll investigation.
I rolled
Nature? Uh-huh.
I'm considering
unnatural.
the claw marks. I'm thinking I want to know what they're about, so I'm gonna do an investigation.
Sure. Anyone else curious about like this mossy scratchings?
I wouldn't mind,
Investigation, yeah.
depending on what he comes back with on his check on the claw marks. I wouldn't mind doing an investigation depending on what he says. Sorry, history check on what he says.
Okay.
Like if he gets a good roll. So.
Yeah, so from the investigation there, Shebeard, without touching anything, you've kind of got these scribblings, and it looks like someone's once engraved this wall with like maybe an easel, like with a hammer and chisel, kind of writing words on it. You might need to like brush the moss off a little bit, but you can pretty much make it out from... Yeah, so you brush the moss off, kind of look around nervously, is there a trap? No, or you didn't care if anything was going to trigger from there. And you can see an inscription into the wall. It's quite long, and it's got it here in chat for you. I'll read it out for everyone as well. So, I have no voice. We'll do it again. Back. It's a riddle. So try not to disturb it. I have no voice. Yeah, there you go. You can read it out, Sheephead.
I have no voice, yet I speak to you. I tell of all things in the world that people do. I have leaves, but I am not a tree. I have pages, but I am not a bride or royalty. I have a spine and hinges, but I am not a man or a door. I have told you all, I cannot tell you more.
It's a book.
It's a book, definitely a book. And what about the scratch marks? Can I think
that's the scratch marks there. It looked like basic scratch marks. Upon your investigation, it's actually like really chipped and torn, kind of broken writing, and that's what you get out of that. So that's like the scratch marks there, just kind of hidden under layers of damage and years of damage and weathered with moss and everything like that.
Sorry, can you provide... That's in English? Are we reading this in English?
in common?
It's in common, yeah. Unless I state otherwise, it'll always be in common.
So are we just assuming that the common language is the English language?
Sure. It's common.
Can I do a
Alright Dan Andrews.
what would you call it? Check to see what type of building this could have been. Like
History.
What would you say? History. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a history, just to sort of ascertain maybe what. I'm not very strong in history. Apparently I am.
Yeah, so you would assume it's like a human settlement from maybe 200 years ago. This small house. Yeah, the whole settlement's kind of human. As you've kind of walked through all these buildings, you get a really... it's smaller than a Goliath, obviously, being so tall. You'd have to kind of step into the archways. It fits fine for like Ignacio. Probably about 200 years old, and it's been probably abandoned for, maybe 100 or so. Like, it's had a lot of years of damage done to it.
What I'm really trying to ascertain is what the purpose of this building is, because it seems to me this is too small to be a house.
Definitely. It's maybe like a temple, like a small, shrine. You know how in Japan they've got kind of the shrines scattered over through the wilderness, or like in parks and stuff. You'd probably see it's like a small place of worship there. Maybe like a nice little... not portable shrine, but like a little temple, not something for a full-blown service.
I've seen something similar to this in the past that I could maybe like...
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Probably not.
Just is Sheepbeard relaying all this information that he's hearing to us?
No.
Okay.
Okay, first time you've done that.
This is my internal monologue.
That's why I was checking.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone can read that inscription, though, if you go up and have a look at it. Because everyone's seen kind of, like, Sheephead go up to it and kind of move the moss away, and it's kind of really clear now.
Yeah. I guess I do an investigation check on the writing on the wall. Do I recognize the handwriting, or does it look like it's been there for a while? Kind of what I'm hoping.
So that's kind of what Sheebeard did before with the history check. It's
But
this
I
is
don't
kind of
know
like a. Okay, yeah, sure. You can give me a history check as well.
Sorry. You didn't
No, that's fine.
Oh, history check.
You can give me a history check, yeah,
Sorry.
because you're kind of looking at how old it is. Think about like
If
archaeologists.
it's been
Yeah.
there for a while, or
Yeah, even with 10, like, it's been there. This building has been here for at least 200 years. The writing, you would assume, probably done when the building was first there. And you probably ascertain, like, it's been abandoned for at least 50 years.
okay. Do I know? Did Sheebeard relay to me the smell that he smelled at the staircase?
Yeah. He
Okay,
did.
I'll give you that one. Yeah.
You did. You said you relayed like, everything to Ignacio, and even if you didn't tell it to, like, Forcekin, he would have heard, because you were telling it to Ignacio.
Well, I guess I kind of go to Sheebeard. Does the smell of the moss kind of smell similar to the staircase?
You would probably ascertain it's very similar there, Coffee.
Yes.
I'm kind of covering them, looking about with my crossbow. I'll give another perception check just for the hell of it. Only tell me if there's anything worth saying. You don't have to tell me there's nothing.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything else you guys want to do in this room?
Drop a huge fart and walk out. And cast prestidigitation to make it smell nice. Smell like flowers.
Hey, that's a
There
good
you
thing.
go. Prestidigitation count on what?
One. Yeah.
That's one shot, guys. That's one shot.
You should make
No,
it.
no, not
Is
doing
there
that
a way
game.
that you can make a voice activated thing on the stream to like do like a prestidigitation counter?
I would love to do that. I could put an overlay on it.
No, what you should do is you should do a prestidigitation counter on if you use the spell successfully or if you use it in the wrong context.
There's a lot of wrong context for this spell.
Maybe. Yeah, so I imagine you guys continue on your way after dropping your fun.
Continue
I kind
on.
of just walk back to the fucking staircase.
Okay, so you're not interested in 8, 13, 11, and 7, or 12.
I am.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just walk back to the staircase and like
Okay.
don't get too close to it, but just kind of sit down in front of it.
Yeah, as you kind of come closer, you hear some rat sounds. It sounds like some rats kind of gnawing on something, and maybe some rat kind of squeals in pain, like "Ree!" As kind of very similar to when you were killing the rats, kind of coming down from the stairs.
Awesome.
Ignacio and Sheebeard, I assume you're continuing on your investigation pathway.
Soldiering on, I am.
Okay, 8 is very similar to the other buildings, very deserted, nothing's really there. You kind of walk through this kind of lovely, maybe once was orchard area, this pathway, the pergola, maybe you're imagining it as you walk through. You get to 13, and you come through. It's very similar to the first ones. However, in the first room, there's an arrow, kind of again sketched or like chiseled into the wall, and it points to the left, so it points north. It's slightly large, taking up, a good chunk of... Jesus, why isn't that doing... Okay, well, if I could draw it. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. It points this way. Not like up, but it points to the left as you come through. You go through, and you see that right in front of you, and then there's the second part of the room to your right. Kind of having a look around, there's another... inscription on the wall there, and this one's a little bit easier to see with a little bit less moss. This house has had a little bit less damage. I'll put it in the chat for everyone as well.
I'll read it out because obviously What is it? What is put on a table, cut but never eaten?
Yeah,
Just
and that's what
quickly,
you see.
Josh, if while I'm sitting down, I'd like to be observing my surroundings just in case anything changes.
Yeah, like a 360. Keeping your eye on everything. Yeah, sweet.
A cloth?
And that's what you see in that room. Is there anything else you wanted to do in this room before leaving?
What number building do we find the first Riddle?
Yeah, that's a right
What
running.
number building is this? Oh,
9? Yeah, okay.
9.
So
9.
9? I'll do it with like a question mark. And then 13 is question mark. Boom, 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 boom.
What is put on a table? I guess is
You can give me a perception check there, Mark, while you're waiting. Yeah. What's up, Goff?
sorry, Ignacio, are you with me or are you still like?
Yeah, I'm the same with
Yeah,
you.
he's with you still.
I'm just
Okay.
covering your back.
What is put on a table, cut but never eaten? Hmm.
A deck of cards.
A deck of cards. Never been too good at riddles myself.
Just let you know, if the sound of the rats does get louder, I would like to know.
The problem with this is I think
Pull it out.
Eddie's better than riddles Eddie's better at riddles than Ignacio would be.
You can roleplay those as... My call on riddles is if you know the answer, I'm happy. Like if Eddie, Mark, or Coffee know the answer, I'm happy if you want to take it. If you don't, you can just take me like a intelligence check. So I'm happy with either. Like, I of course love it if you guys get the riddles yourself, but I'm not going to be like, well, you can't progress forward if you can't fucking know the riddle. So if you know it, I feel free.
Table but never eaten.
I'm pretty positive it's cards. And just because I've heard it before.
Yep.
So it's not even good. Like it's just playing D&D.
So
Uh.
I like that.
It's a quick, simple riddle.
Yeah, they're good ones. These are my favorite. These are the ones I
See,
tell
to
Wednesday.
you guys at home, it's always worth having a look because you find stuff.
Yeah.
True
Yeah,
story.
you do. You could find death around the corner.
Oh fuck.
Exactly,
What do
you
you mean?
find things, and sometimes you see the entrance to the dungeon, and you're like, "Man, I hope I'm gonna go in." But there's
Yeah,
other
after
stuff
2 years, you
around.
finally learn.
There's other shit out there you don't know about that maybe could help you or enrich the story in some way. So
I played D&D with you, and you fucking just charged straight in as a rogue.
well, obviously I have scuffed a lot of stuff on that character. Okay, so we've got the riddle.
Mhm.
Shall we mosey on?
You see nothing else, kind of, Ignacio. Except for what you've heard before. Forskin, you kind of hear things die back down to quiet.
Awesome.
So everything's settled.
Legs crossed, just kind of observing my surroundings and kind of taking a cheeky look back behind my back.
Yeah. In Spain, you progress forward. Yeah, we'll move your characters. You progress forward. You kind of come back north. You see Forskin just sitting there chilling. All's well and silent. Where the stairs are coming, nothing else has happened in the stairs, and you go to 11.
At this point in time, as they kind of cross me, be like, "Hey, did you find anything?"
Did you do 7?
You're going counterclockwise. It'd be 11 then 7.
Because you went in a weird order, like I didn't.
Did we do
realize-
12?
You started at 4. Oh, you haven't done 12 yet. Yeah, sorry. I forgot there's a 12. Okay, so you guys get to 12, and I'll start marking these off as well because drunk me is very fun. I'll put the little X's just to show that you've done these as well.
You're
There'll be
basically
a
drinking
saw.
breakfast beers right now, Josh.
Breakfast vodka. Breakfast vodka is always dangerous.
Oh my god.
I drank it all last night, so hair of the dog's always great. Okay, so
Oh, you're on the Russian diet. Nice.
I'm on the Russian diet. The Siberian breakfast, the Russian diet. Yeah, I love it.
They made
In this
Russian
one,
elite vodka.
Again, it's the same situation as 9 and 13. Still very worn down. This one, you'd probably assume was once a temple. It's got that feel, the nice long hall, and then spread wide, and you kind of see the remnants of a stone altar or maybe like a stone, podium, something along those lines, something where someone might give a presentation. So it could be like a meeting hall, but it kind of lets off the vibe as like maybe a church or something like that. Very small one. And behind the altar, you see another riddle.
Okay.
So I just spammed it out for everyone there.
What lives on its own substance, but dies as soon as it devours itself.
And that's what you see in this room as well.
It's not fire.
Perhaps it is.
No, because fire doesn't eat itself. But it's something that is on fire, I think. Because fire will die.
Counselor from Spirited Away does.
Yeah, that's true. Is it Spirited Away fire the answer? Is it...
I'll give you a hint. No.
Alright.
Are we on the right
Oh,
track?
yeah.
Though? Is that it? Next in. Damn it.
I'm not helping you with any of these. It's up to you
Okay,
and your
cool.
interpretations.
What lives on its own substance, but dies as soon as it devours.
Oh,
a
apologies
candle?
for that.
A candle.
Sorry, I'm just typing this down as well.
Candle. That is
So seeing-
quite a interesting perception there, Ignacio.
I mean, a candle. Sorry.
A candle.
Now
Yes.
I understand. Thank God. I was confused.
I'm
It's
still
only
unsure
table
about
talk if we're not doing weird voices, alright?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Going through to 11, there's nothing else really in building 11. It's very worn down. This was probably maybe a barracks or a jail. You kind of see some very old, rusted bars locked up there. Well, not really locked up, but like kind of loosely on the ground. Most of the fittings have been pillaged long ago, but you can kind of see the rustings of iron in there, what was previously.
It's a prison.
Yeah, prison or barracks or something like that. Moving on to number 7, this one's once probably like a watchtower. The roof is collapsed, so there's no longer any second level. Same with the stairs going up as well. But as you get into number 7, you notice on the ground there's a couple of kind of like maybe a bunch of straw is probably like your best guess, kind of like laid out everywhere around the edging, and it's definitely not old. It's definitely kind of maybe new straw, like dry, but not ancient.
Okay.
Like a bunch of straw kind of like scattered around there.
Rat nasty straw?
You can kind of give me a roll for it if you want to have a poke around and have a bit of a look.
Yeah, I would like to do a. What would this be? Like a
Nature?
nature?
Yeah, nature if you want to know like what's kind of living there. Investigation if you kind of want to rummage around it. Or perception if you kind of want to understand like maybe some context behind it.
Can I
One of those
assist?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys collectively determine what you want to roll for, and then you can roll.
While they're doing that, can I just kind of stand up and be like, are there any bones in my vicinity? Like doing a 360. Do I see any like human bones or any form of bones at all?
Oh, sorry, I need to give a roll here.
I would say no.
No.
No, there's no like...
Oh,
There's no immediate bones. It seems pretty... As you've been walking through the town,
day, boys.
the only things you've kind of seen are the corpses were the rats back at the start. Outside of that, it's been pretty barren. There's no like dead animals. There was no bones kind of lying around or skeletons from previous townsfolk or adventurers coming through. Anything like that. It's
Even
pretty
through like
picked clean.
entering number 9, like
Yeah, there's...
I didn't get any inclination that there were humans or any
You
form of
can...
humanoid living here at some point.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Did you still want to help Sheepbeard there, Ignacio?
He got a crit.
You got 20. Yeah.
He got the
Did you want to do
highest
something else
possible.
there?
Nah. We'll role play it out. He's doing
Okay.
the investigation. I'm just covering it.
Sweet. All right, Sheepbeard, we'll start with you. This seems new. This is not fitting of this area. Something's definitely put it here. Considering it takes up like maybe 15 feet, you would probably assume It's maybe a nest of sorts, but there's nothing really around. There's no like droppings around that you would normally see in like a nest. There's no feathers. There's no like fur around here, so it's really oddly placed. But it does kind of look like a sleeping area. So it kind of throws you out a little bit. It kind of would be a sleeping area if there was more evidence that something actually lived here. At the moment, it just looks like stacks of hay or straw that you would have as a bedding.
Can I make
Kinda like
out
that.
some with this 21 of nature? Would I make out maybe some imprints of bodies or anything?
No, you don't even see it's being nested soon. It seems pretty untouched. You would assume that it's a bed, but you don't see any like indents that it's a bed there. Maybe it's relatively new, and nothing's actually had a chance to sleep on it there. Or maybe something interrupted them before they could sleep on it. Because it definitely looks like it should be a bed for some sort of animal, or maybe like a hobo, a really big hobo. But no one's had a chance to like sleep on it yet, and there's nothing else to indicate that any animals have been here.
Okay, well,
I just sent you a message, Josh.
Ignacio, we are not alone here.
Giant hobos again.
Giant hobos, indeed.
Building 7, we giant hobo hay beds. We understand what it means. That's all that matters.
Did you want to do anything else in this room? So you kind of just looked it over, realized it's like a bed, probably newly created, and there's nothing else in the second room there.
Can I roll perception to smell the hay?
Yeah, sure. So without touching it, you kind of go closer and you kind of give it a bit of a smell.
I'm guessing it smells like hay, but
It could smell like.
First one of the day.
Yeah, first 20 and first one. We love it. You suffering from your recent injury, kind of reeling from the effects that you hurt your crossbow hand, kind of only can smell blood at the moment. Like it's still kind of stuck in your nostrils from the fight from the rats previously. So all you smell is kind of just metallic kind of oil and that iron from blood there. And you're like, oh, this is a weird smelling hay. Oh.
it smells like blood, but I don't see any.
It's inside you.
Oh,
That makes sense, little one.
yeah. Everyone's little ones here.
Indeed.
Except for a giant.
All right, let's head
I
back.
kind of sense in the air that someone's saying little. And
Yeah, Ronnie's got a artificial
Get
hand.
back to the especially little one.
Eddie laughed. I don't think Ignacio laughs. So it's like, yeah. All right.
We return to the
Okay.
hole, I think.
Both staring at his dick, like his crotch area, as we approach.
Definitely.
Okay, so you make it back into the center of town, or like onto the eastern side of the town, where the stairs descending down and the statue are. Everything seems to be still normal at this point.
did I get anything out of my investigation check?
Sorry, that is a good point. Before you guys come down here, so you notice a distinct lack of bones there, Mark. There is, looking back, because you're like looking now for bones, and you kind of recall looking backwards during your investigation of all these rooms. There's a surprising lack of bones lying around. You maybe thought maybe someone had died in one of these buildings, or maybe some rat bones from like some small rats kind of maybe dying in the area, or a bird perhaps. But there's just nothing around. It seems to be like picked clean would probably be your best guess.
So like, there were no signs of like grabbing possessions and fleeing.
That's really hard to say because it's like 200 years ago. But my point is, you don't see any bones of like even small animals that maybe have recently inhabited the area. They've either been like moved or eaten or destroyed or something like that. Because normally in a settlement you'd see at least maybe a dead bird, maybe in the bushes, maybe some dead rats or small bugs leaving like carcasses along these buildings, but it's
Something
distinctly
festering.
clean.
Some kind of maggot or festering.
Yeah, and it's distinctly clean. That's what kind of you recall as you're looking around, going, "Oh, maybe I want a bone to pick my teeth with." Oh, was there any in the other buildings? Now that I think about it, there was like literally nothing, and that's really odd to you.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Once we get back, can I roll a history check on the figure that the statue is?
Sure.
And can you just please be where's my roll? There we go.
Whoop. 18.
So, do you guys approach still laughing and sniggering?
No, we don't. I wasn't. Ignacio doesn't laugh.
Okay. She-beard?
What am I?
She beard laughing.
Are you approaching and laughing?
No, I'd say that She-beard would be pretty stone-faced at the moment, just
Okay.
normal, just chilling.
Just chilling.
I think as I would approach you though, I would say I fear we are not alone here.
Okay, I guess on that note, if you say that, I guess on that note, I'd be like, I've kind of just been sitting here on alert and be like, do you guys find it strange that we haven't found any dead bodies or bones that I can really recall off the top of my head? Like, surely there'd be something that would display something has gone wrong here.
Maybe
Like,
the
this
rats ate all
This
the
town
bones.
wouldn't have built itself.
Maybe there's demons or devils who ransacked this area, have taken them to make some sort of shrine or something. Who knows?
Don't you wizards use bones? Maybe it was picked clean for spells.
Perhaps stranger things
Holy-
have happened.
Holy shit, do we?
Yeah.
Awesome, I did not know that.
That's me telling you, but some spells do require bones, not all of them.
I'm a level 2 wizard, I don't know shit.
I once
Pretty much.
mistook
Self-taught.
bone meal for flour
That
in my artificer's home.
would have been quite a surprise.
Okay. On
what'd
this
you
note,
make?
So, Eddie, the history check, you vaguely remember as you spent the time in Fae with the Red Wizards down on the southeast of Faerun. You kind of recall this statue. It's one of the really old gods that even the Red Wizards of Fae were impressed with kind of investigating further. You realize it's Denier, the god of writing. He's got the symbol of a lit candle above an open eye. You recall that even the Fey wizards would be, maybe not worshipping him, but investigating some of his pieces, given how powerful some of his written scripts could be.
the candle.
So you know,
And what was the thing?
you know, Ignacio, that the symbol of Denier is a lit candle above an open eye, and he's
Tracks.
what was that?
Tracks. We can read it.
And this is Denier, the god of writing. That's the statue there. Normally a neutral good deity. The Fey Wizards didn't really love him or worship him, but they did respect that some of their disciples writ amazing spells, and is a good source of plundering for their treasures, I should say.
Do you relay this information to us, or
Like, of course, Mistra would be better, but Mistra, the goddess of magic, would probably be the best, and you always hear the Fey Wizard talking about it, but mixed in with it as well, it would be also like Math, another god of magic, Hector, another god of magic, and then this guy is like the god of strips. Like, really awesome magical knowledge.
Yeah, Ignacio would point out, I think this is a statue of Denier. See the symbol pointing to the eye with a lit candle above.
well,
He's the
Lord of
all
Writing.
and images.
God of writing writes books. Wasn't the riddle the book with the candle? The other riddle, the candle,
What about the other one? Cards?
the cards. Mm,
Also, if
These
we
are
find a
all
deck of many
linked.
things on, I don't think we will. Yeah. Curious. I know. Maybe we should head down the stairs.
Yes, I think it's time to go. It's rat killing time.
Mistra's
Well,
younger brother.
Do you want to lead the way?
Love
Sheepy?
to.
So, I'd like to.
take the flank.
Forgot to mute so the guys can't hear me.
Like,
But yeah, it's Mistra's younger
stairs.
brother.
My right flank or left flank?
The back
Of my
flank.
body.
The bum flank, sorry.
I would like to point
Um,
out to
yeah.
Eddie, sorry, Ignacio and Chibi that doesn't. I noticed that this guy appears to be one of the poems that I was there for. That it meets. His appearance matches the poem that you answered.
No. The
What's
riddle, the first riddle we answered just was a book.
Was it? Oh, okay.
And
I
he's the
forgot-
god of writing, and it's a book, so there's like a soft link here.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, Josh, just for my sake, can I just add this onto my character that my magic was learned through reading, but due to my lack of knowledge of D&D and the history of D&D and that kind of stuff, that I only learned magic through persistency and practicing and not relying specifically on history and knowing this sort of shit.
Sure, yeah,
So, like,
I'm
when-
happy
so
with
when
that.
Eddie does this sort of crap and be like, turns to me and be like, yeah, you must know this from your studies, and be like, yeah, nah, I'm not smart enough. Just to save myself having to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
If that happens, Ignacio would ask, "Are the gods different where you're from?" Like,
Okay.
honestly.
And that would be a
Yeah.
100% yes
I
there,
don't
Mark.
know the answer.
Okay, I just want to save myself because like I just don't know that sort of stuff and that history.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
fine.
can go out of my own way, but I just want to save myself the issue of being like, if you
Yeah, but
tell me that,
sometimes-
if I do a history check on a character like that, then you tell me, I'll be like, that doesn't. Literally, that means nothing to me because I can't recall because I don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no, but
understand.
you would have different gods from. Oh fuck, I've forgotten the area. But you do. It's not Faerun.
Oh, his
Where he's
area.
from. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna bug me. Hungover.
Ravnica.
Ravnica. Thanks, buddy. No, it's not Ravnica either. Is it?
It is.
Maybe it was Ravnica. Yeah, it's Ravnica. Yeah, Ravnica's got different gods there because every dimension's got their own set of gods there, essentially.
Because they got the elephant people there. What are they called again?
Loxodons.
Loxodons, mate. That's
Luxodons. But yeah, that would marry up there, Mark, as well. So you don't have to worry too much about gods and stuff like that because
'Cause I
your
wrote it-
character
I
would
got
know.
I got my sticky notes from work, and I was like, I'll put this down to talk about it later.
Before you guys
after
do
the stream.
anything else, I need another drink. BRB.
Need another drink. Oh
But
man,
yeah,
they-
just for my sanity at the moment, until I play more games, just if I can play the ignorance card of magic was learned through persistence and reading, as opposed to
that's
Well,
essentially
yeah,
what
no.
wizards do.
So the brilliant thing about D&D is if you, Mark, don't know it, your character might. So you roll the knowledge check, and then Josh just tells you what you know, what you remember.
oh, okay.
So
But I
like,
feel the guilty card of being like, you know, Josh can do this sort of stuff.
no,
but
because
then,
like, if Josh had just said the symbol, I would not have known it was Denier. Cause like, I have no fucking recollection of this dude at all. Like, I know like the
Okay, what I
common
missed.
gods, but not all of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like my job's here is to fill in the glue. I didn't say anything before when you did an Arcana check on it, because you don't know the gods of this area. Because you're this foreigner. That's kind of like why you would know, why you wouldn't know of this. Like any mage or wizard in this area would know this god. I'd put it that way. It's like one of the top 3 gods. It's like, you know, in WoW how you got the 4 old gods. If you know one of the old gods, you know the other 3, and that's similar here, but you don't know any of the gods here. You're like, oh, cool, it's a guy with a candle. Fucking douche.
Well, sorry about that. I just wanted to.
I have no
interject,
voice. No, it's not a
save
mirror there,
myself the
Arnie.
issue of having to have you explain everything over and over again. But
Is this-
much I'll play the ignorance card.
Because your character's smart though, and we
Yeah,
need
I
character's
know.
smart.
for all these knowledge checks.
But you can learn through reading and practicing.
Yeah, but
exactly.
you still learn. You still have that knowledge. Like that's what intelligence is just like your accumulation of knowledge. What you're describing is kind of like
Interested in power, not
yeah,
interested in retaining power through magic as opposed to
it'll
learning
still
the
work.
history. Yeah. Alright.
Eddie got the
Cool.
first
Sorry
one
about
right
that.
though, Rani, if you remember his answer.
Josh, you muted by the way.
I know. I'm talking to Rani.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys want to reconverge and head down the stairs? It is quite dark. I don't think any of you have dark vision.
What?
So you could go down there, but it's going to be quite dark.
Did you have a light spell?
You have equipment to make torches.
Oh, well,
It's part of your adventuring pack.
that's last resort.
Fair enough.
I've got it. Yeah. I'm not gonna ask. I just lighted one of my 3 torches.
How do I delete my recent assets?
I thought I could see in partial darkness.
I have low light vision, but if it's pitch black, if
You fucked.
yeah, do you want to?
You'll be able to see within, like, if it's pitch black, you'd be able to see maybe 10 feet in front of you, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, dark vision.
Probably not.
That's
Yeah, dark
fine.
vision, you can
It's
see
not
60
being a
feet.
high elf.
I'm totally fine with that because as far as I'm aware, Shibi's at the front, I'm in the middle, and then Ignacio's taken out the back. So I just kind of, all right, whatever. If you want to go forward, I'm in the middle. I'm fine.
I asked, Ignatia asked you, Foreskin, if you can hold the torch, just so I can hold my crossbow at the ready with a bolt in the other hand.
I go, yeah, sure. Maybe it's better with Shibi if he's taking out the front.
Yeah, I'm at the front. Give me the torch.
I hand the torch over and remove it from my inventory, but we know where it is. They last a while.
Okey-dokey.
Onwards.
I can't upload anything else. I've uploaded way too many images, I think, for the whole Roll20 account, and now it's like, nah, you gotta get premium to upload more tokens and stuff. So I'll have to figure that out eventually, because I was gonna add you an image for the symbol you saw for the denier.
Cancel your
But-
premium YouPorn account and jump back onto the premium D&D
Do
account.
that, buddy.
I know it's a
Do
big
that.
hit on the bank account, but you got to do it.
Hey, when lockdown first came and fucking Pornhub Premium was free.
Woo!
Baby.
Oh, baby. Alright, so you start making your way down the stairs, and what order are you going in? I just want to make sure everyone's, happy with the order.
She-beard, Foreskin,
Definitely
Ignatia.
first.
Shebeard, foreskin. And you're going, like, straight away in line, or you're giving space between the 3 of you?
I'd go first, but I'd want the guys to be a little bit further back than me, so
Okay.
you two stay back a bit. You're very... Yeah,
Very dead.
squish. Very squish.
No worries. I guess I just say
Very
I'll stand here until you give me the okay.
But follow, but at a
Yeah.
distance.
No worries, easy. Like 10 feet?
Okay.
I'm not going to get into measurements, but
What makes it easier just for like shooting purposes?
just walk behind me, not directly behind me.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so you start making your way down these stairs. For you, Shebeard, you have to kind of hunch a little bit because they're not designed for someone of your height. But
Done.
eventually, you navigate down. It spirals down. You go for maybe a couple minutes, maybe getting up to 10 minutes down here. Kind of starts going really, really deep down underground. And eventually, it finally opens up from these, smooth carved staircase walls, these stone walls, into something that's more of an underground passage. And you finally get into this small opening.
What's
Now-
it made of? Is it like stone,
Rough
like
stone.
cobblestone type thing? Is it like, what's it made of? And
Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So I tried dealing with this. So Hopefully this... Yeah, okay, so this is you. Top left-hand corner, so...
Okay, so it's very shaly looking, like...
Now, my big one
rocky
question is I was trying to
cabin.
do the lighting of this. I was trying to... Whoop, no, don't show that.
I thought the lighting was all that black stuff.
No,
Okay.
so... Can you only just see, like, on the top left-hand corner, the thing that I
Yeah.
revealed to you, or is there anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was trying to get, like, dynamic lighting on this, but apparently it didn't work, so... Don't stress too much about that. I'll just start fucking filling things in. Alright, so... You kind of open it. It opens up into this dark, mossy, eerie cavern where it's very natural. You kind of walk down the stairs and it was very, carved and man-made. Quote-unquote man-made. And he kind of opens up into this natural cavern environment here. So the ground is, made of dirt, maybe a couple of stones. The walls are quite rough, not polished smooth or anything like that. And it starts to kind of, like, very slowly now continue to descend down, although not as rapidly as the stairs there. It's kind of got a little bit of a slant to it. Everything's very eerie and silent currently. The only light is from you, Coffee, and I'll update an aura of this. That's kind of what you can see. It's not that large.
Yeah,
There we
just
go.
like a...
So this is like what you can see at the moment. That's the torch. Anyone in this area can see normally. Anyone outside this area can't. So I'll just do you a bit of favor. Because I can't just do fucking...
Yeah, it looks a bit weird when the whole thing's yellow.
What's your light?
Interesting. Can I just ask as well?
Only he can see that.
What was the like spiral staircase made from? Was it like
Polished
cobblestone
stone.
type?
It
So it was like,
your normal kind of granite stone.
Was it stones
did
that
it
were
look-
placed or cut into the...
Yeah, was it like artisan made or was it like shaggy, ragged,
It's pretty polished and smooth.
polished and smooth? So it's like someone has like
Someone's
made
man...
like
Yeah,
a
someone's naturally
a
made this.
Castellian has made this type thing.
Sure. It looks like someone with a good profession has...
Like a stonemason has like
Yeah.
crafted this little passage with the great craftsmanship.
Yep. That's what you would say.
Okay. Cool. But then obviously we get down here and it's white. Would you say that? Can I do a perception check to see if maybe that the jagged rocks in here does it look like the passageway was made from cut versions of these stones?
Sure, you can give me like a nature check for that.
Nature.
Or perception.
Okay. I'll take perception. I don't think nature doesn't really feel like natural to me. It's more like crafting stuff. Okay, not very good.
Yeah, you think they're totally different stones.
Totally different stones? Okay.
Completely different.
Okay.
Can I just look behind me and look forward, be like, does it look like it's they've dug something and found a cave?
So the stairwell kind of just pops completely naturally out. The stairwell definitely looks man-made, like, crafted by an artisan, but whether or not they dug down, found this, then built the stairs, or the stairs were here, then it was natural from this, it's kind of hard to tell. Very hard to tell.
Perhaps
Perhaps
a
if you were a
mine.
dwarf. Yeah. It's definitely clear that there was above land, there's this artisanally crafted staircase, and then you've got this underground passageway. So you don't know what came first. You would assume the underground passageway came first, but that would be your assumption.
I'd like to turn to Eddie and Shearbeard. Sorry, Shearbeard and Ignacio and be like, I once lost a bet to a short, fat man with a big beard. I think he called himself a dwarf. He used to love to live in areas like this. I reckon we'll see some dwarfs. I'd love to have a gamble with a dwarf down here. And then just kind of gauge your reaction.
Seems like a pretty logical reaction. I think that Shebeard would just quite
I don't know. The dwarves I know like pretty things, and this place is ugly.
Okay,
I've
To
only
be
heard
fair,
of.
I only know
I've
one
only heard
dwarf, so
I've only heard of dwarves. I've not really met too many in my travels. Mostly hearsay.
um,
hard
Uh,
workers they are.
assuming that Shebead's been stopped investigating rocks for a while, I just asked, is anything wrong?
Hmm. It's not every day you see a secret passage down to another passageway within the town square of the town, is it? So I'm on guard to say the least.
Townception.
Yeah, I'll make sure after he says that to keep checking over my shoulder and making sure nothing's coming up behind me periodically.
Okay. I'll leave it to you if you want to tell me every now and then that you're looking up on it.
Yeah,
I guess.
But I'll keep that in mind.
every 5. No,
Every 5 feet.
Every 10 feet? Yeah, what about this shit? Perception check?
So, just to tell you guys, because your characters would know this. How do I delete this? Yeah, delete selected. Alright, I figured out how to delete shit now. So, you would know, given, light, darkness, it's something quite apparent. Outside of this yellow circle that I have to kind of add in, you're pretty effectively blind. Like, it's really fucking hard to see. You might see things inside the circle, but you being outside of this, if something was to creep up on you, it would be incredibly easy. Likewise, if you were to just go... On the screen, you'll see a yellow circle, which is the little torch circle that Shebeard is holding. So, inside
I
this
can
circle...
see it on the stream,
Yeah.
but only
Is it on
he
the
can see
stream?
it.
I'll have to update that. Give me a sec. Deleting shit. Alright, I'll make it visible to everyone. Why isn't it visible to everyone?
Do you have a premium account? Like, or do you just
No,
have
I
the
don't.
free account?
I've just got the free account.
Right.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I've been
There
able
you
to see it the whole
Yeah,
time.
you can see it. The other two can't. I forgot that. Because I've got the DM overlay.
Okay.
So as long as everyone can see that yellow light now. So if I go reveal some other areas, you should see the difference between the two. Because I kind of made
Okay.
the yellow light what you can see at the moment.
I really quickly have to
Onwards.
BRB, but I'll be back.
That's fine. Mark, so you can help me out. You can see the circle, and then you can see the other reveal
yeah.
parts. Cool. So
Yeah,
that
I got-
circle is what you can technically see in good light. So you'll have
At this one,
disadvantages in looking or stealth or anything else if it's not in that circle.
no worries. Can I just walk up to here
Yep. That's
and
the,
use
that's the rock.
prestidigitation just to make a mark on the wall, just like an X?
Sure. Ooh. You can. It'll last for an hour. So
Yeah, I
you know it wouldn't be permanent. Like you can,
Yeah.
but it would only last for an hour.
Yeah, I know. Just in case I get lost, I want to find my way out.
Something like
Emphasis
that.
on. Yep, emphasis on. Completely, and monologue is emphasis on. I can get my way out.
I can get my way out. All we need. Yeah, that's totally fine. It'll only last about an hour.
Yep.
But you can definitely do that. And it's one of your 3 prestidigitations that you can have up at once. So just remember that. I'll probably remind you.
Yeah, definitely remind me. Well, it's still early, and I'm only down to my first bottle of wine, so we're good.
That is good. I've only got the first bottle
I'm in
of...
good standing.
first glass of...
I'm trying to fucking figure out. Let's have a look at Find Familiar. What is Sir Hawker's vision? What sort of vision does a
Not
hawk
night
have?
vision. So you just go D&D 5e Hawk.
Yeah, D&D 5e Hawk. Does Sir Hawkers have a fucking infrared? Does he have the vision of a bat?
He's advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, but he doesn't have night vision or anything like that. So
His passive perception's 14. I don't know what that means.
yeah, so it's passive perception is just what you can see without doing a roll. It's not
Okay.
that great.
It's like
Essentially,
everyday
he-
vision. Think of it like
yeah, everyday vision.
you don't have
What
to
can you
roll
see out of your
perception check
normal
every
vision?
time you open your eyes, right?
Yeah, but worse than the 20. Worse than the 2020. So his passive perception's below average. Would you say?
Pretty much. No, his wisdom's
Okay.
a little bit high, so like it's fine. But considering it's pitch black and hawks can't see at night, like an owl could, but Hawks can't. So if he was to just go and scout out the dark tunnel, he would probably be flying blind. Like, he could probably navigate some parts okay,
Yeah, well,
but if there's anything too complex, he'll have some difficulties. But he can't see in the dark.
Sir Owl doesn't exactly roll off the tongue anyway, so.
Sir Al, yeah. Sir Alkins.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just to help you out with the vision of things. So if the torch goes out, if you drop the torch, if you're trying to do anything outside of this, it makes it a lot harder, especially for perception.
Okay, now that we're actually down on the ground floor, do I hear anything? Is anyone screaming, yelling?
So all of you with your passive perception, this is something about your passive perception. So when you go into a new area, right, like you can tell all these things straight away. It's not like, oh, I have to concentrate about my room. Like how hot is my room right now? No, it's at the moment this underground cavern is cool. It's not cold or anything like that, but it's underground, so it's a little bit cooler. You can definitely smell that moss, kind of like a faint dampness to the area. You can kind of see a bit of fungi growing here and there, but predominantly it's just cold, smooth rock. Smells of dirt because of the ground at the moment. It's eerily silent, except for a small breeze that kind of just like blows out very slowly, going back up the staircase, just like a very faint breeze. The roof of this, it does open up, so Sheebeard, you have no problem standing up here. It probably is about a 20-foot cavern, tall, and it's around 20 feet wide. Each square is 5 feet for this as well, so you can kind of gauge how big it is. It's quite large so far.
And looking upwards, how did you say that it's impossible to see how high it is?
No, it's about 20 feet. Like, you can stand up easily and you can almost touch the roof.
Sweet.
Because you're like 9 feet tall, and then your arm is like another 4 feet tall, so it's like you could probably jump and get it.
You could jump 20. You can jump upwards of 20 feet.
Well, she is like he's like 8.5 feet tall. Yeah, he's 9 feet tall, and his arm is like another 4 feet, so that's 13 feet. So you only have to jump 7 feet.
I have
Only.
a plus 6 in athletics, so.
Wait to make it. I measure myself in centimeters, mate.
Sorry, mate. The metric system hasn't quite been invented yet, so.
Yeah, Sheebeard. It's pretty.
I just gotta do whatever. I just sit there and wait for something to happen. What are you doing, boys?
What were you saying to me, Josh?
Yeah, everything's pretty chill. You could jump it, like not too bad. It's quite tall, is what I'm saying. Like you feel very comfortable in this area.
I guess I say to the fellas, shall we press forward?
Do you reckon those mushrooms are edible?
I was about to say I want to collect some mushrooms, and I'm not going to eat them, but I'll ask the hunters.
Yeah, sure. You see in this immediate vicinity. I assume you're not going past. Like, where are you going to get these mushrooms? I'll put some on the map.
You said we could see mushrooms.
Yeah. I'll put them in red.
Sure.
Ghost mushrooms, mate. Pick them. Fucking a gold a piece on the auction house, mate.
They're all the same size. I'm just bad drawer. You see roughly 10 marked on red.
I go south and get the one to the south.
Yeah, sure. So you want
What
to grab
color
all 5
are
of
these
them?
mushrooms? Are they like white, glowy ones?
They're green and brown. They're brown with green spots.
Blue?
They're brown with green spots. And
Are
you
they
start
glow in
picking
the
them.
dark?
They glow orange. Like they kind of let off like this orange. Not like pus, but when you bruise them, they go orange.
All right. I put them in my knapsack.
Okay, so you grab these.
Do
You
any
grab
of
all-
them-
Nutsack.
Do any of them look like they might give you a power up, or maybe make you
Or
grow
make it
slightly,
sound like
grow slightly bigger?
You'd have to lick them to find out, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you?
Do you wanna
sorry,
lick the mushroom?
I was getting to lick the mushroom bastard. I'd like to confirm. Did Ignacio pick one of each color?
They're all the same color. They're
Or
brown
grey
with
one.
green spots, and when they're picked, they bruise orange.
Bruise orange. Ooh. Okay. I just kind of be like, hey guys, want to press on?
Not gold cups.
No, they're not gold cups.
Okay, I just go to the boys and be like, should we kind of press on cautiously?
I think this is probably the third time I've said this.
Yeah, people are interested in moving things. Now, when you move, Coffee, your light will move with you. By the way,
Okay, cool.
you're on the
Okay.
you're on the draw screen at the moment.
Whoop.
There you
Can I'd like to make a conscious effort to hang within background of here. Of like where the light is, just on like the cusp of it.
You realize that at the edge of that light is pitch black.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah,
with it.
it's like in the immediate area.
Ignatius got the back. Ignatius got the back, mate. He's taking up the rear.
So it's like-
push you forward.
Yeah, it's like half of the area is really brightly lit. So within 15 feet of Shebeard,
Boy.
it's really brightly lit. Within the edges of it, it's pretty dim. It's like one single torch here, so it's not like great. You can see him from a mile away, like with this torch, just to point out. But
Yeah.
when you're looking outside of it, it's kind of hard to see.
I'm
Just
just
keep
making
moving your
conscious
characters as I move my character model as well, guys.
I'm just making a conscious effort to not invade GB's personal space because I feel he will one-shot me. And Ignatius is taking up the rear, so...
I'm not taking up the risk. Just gonna... not yet, anyhow.
Wait till you lose a gamble.
And this kind of opens up
I wouldn't
into
be
this,
against
Do you see anything on these walls? Are there more shroomies or anything?
as it you kind of go down a step back here.
Okay.
Like a single step, and there's no other mushrooms around this area. It seems kind of a little bit more dry. As you kind of search this corner, as you kind of get the torch into the area, you see a couple of bones there, all varying sizes, from really small, maybe mouse-like bones, all the way up to kind of human-sized bones.
Okay.
Kind of scattered
Can I
around
go?
here.
Can we go have a look?
We found your bones, foreskin.
Yeah, you can
Um,
definitely go have a look.
These bones, are they? Can I detect any sort of? Is it like someone's died and their flesh is rotted and their bones are just like intact, or does they look like they've been like eaten? Like, are these like?
You can
the
give me a
bones?
perception check, or you can give me an investigation check. Investigation check.
That's
You
me
wanna
checking the
understand
rear, by the way.
I'm
Checking
all, like,
the
I'm looking for. I feel like, can I have an advantage on this because, like,
Just
it's
because.
pretty obvious if you look at a bone, whether or not it's like got
These are bones,
bite
not
marks
corpses.
yeah, but whether or not they've been eaten versus just a body.
If I
that's
hack you
decayed.
with, okay, so that's what you want
So-
to tell the difference of.
So
Yeah.
that would inform how difficult it is to tell, not that you get advantage on it.
Yeah,
Like that would,
Yeah.
So like it'd
but
be
that's
an
something
easier
I
check.
don't think I should even need a roll on that. Like, that's something that anyone could basically observe.
Yeah, it could
Sorry,
have a.
sorry,
You could
hang
have
on.
a
You see,
moment.
okay, I'll put it this way. You see markings in the bones.
Hey, sorry. My internet dropped out. What happened?
Oh,
We're
it's
looking
all
at
good.
bones.
Okay.
There's bones on the ground, varying from different sizes,
Yeah, I
Um,
got that.
and we're just debating on how if coffee should have advantage or not on looking for it.
Looking
Look,
for what? Bite
I'm
marks?
trying to understand like how these creatures died is what he's trying to allude to.
Oh, okay.
And I would say if you want to find out how they died, it's going to be a medicine check. If you want to see if there's
Okay.
bite marks in the bones, there are markings in the bones. Without a check, there's just markings in the bones. If you want to distinguish if it's an
Yeah, but
hatchet
I'm talking
or
like-
teeth,
Severed bones. Like, I'm talking like.
yeah,
Are
people don't
they-
just artisanally cut bones. There's no artisanally cut bone. That would be quite obvious because that kind of technique is so rare because there's not many surgeons in this area. That would be a surgeon kind of doing
But
that.
these
Like,
bones.
You
are
have not,
these
you have
bones
not seen. You have not seen
named? Are
Stevie
they-
throwing that.
you see snout
these-
bones. and you've seen bones with chips in them.
Okay, so what is
Um,
looking for gnaw marks or anything like that? The evidence
Yeah,
of
you want to have a
of
bit of a
eating.
closer look, and I wouldn't say that that's an advantage on it. Like, advantage would be you eat bones for a living, and you know what eating
Yes,
bones
yes,
would
yes,
look like,
yes, yes.
and there it is.
Okay.
Or you break so many bones on a regular basis, you know what a broken bone looks like. Or
this would
if
be
you
fall under perception.
At
Yeah,
this
it'd be
point,
perception.
can I pull him back and be like, hey, why don't we check for any
or
traps
investigation.
before we go ahead?
Because I have advantage on deck saves, mate. That's why.
Okay. And I just kind of walk. Well, I just want to walk backwards from him just in case anything
Hang
bad
on.
happens.
1
Yeah,
second.
sure. Sure. Yeah, I do like where you're coming from, Coffee, for it. And, like, I'm trying to help you out there. Like, if you ate a lot of bones, or if you had, like, a bone expertise in some way or another, I would argue, if I was you as a character, I'm a Goliath, and I snap so many bones, and I'm a barbarian. I go into rage, and I snap so many bones. I'm trying to look if things, like, snapped it. I should have an advantage on having a look at it. I would
And
do
I've
it
also
that way.
eaten a lot of bones in battle, just in rage.
I've never
He's a
seen you
bone
once
police.
eat the 15 corpses of the rat's bones, so I don't believe that.
Okay.
He's
Anyway,
the
I'm
bone-
gonna roll a perception,
Yeah, definitely.
and I want there to be some information, either gained or not gained, depending on the.
I either want option one or
number
option
of the
two
roll.
out of the two options. Go for it, mate.
Ooh, oofda.
You know,
Crap,
not a lot too much. Like, as you walk up to it, you're kind of scoping around and you're picking up some of these bones to kind of have a bit of a better look at it. And you can see that there's all different types of bones. Like, even you, the barbarian who doesn't really go to medical school, know that there's different bones, like a femur, a limb, a head. Like, you can kind of make out the
I've
general
a lot of skulls
sizes.
in my time, mate. Alright?
Yeah,
I
you can
know
see the
about
skulls, you see the
I know
hands, you
about
see the
the
femurs.
anatomy of.
You know the
dead
anatomy.
stuff,
Yeah,
alright?
you know the anatomy of dead stuff. That's fine. You can distinguish that much. I'm out of vodka now. I'm going to get more soon. You know that there are... You don't know there's bite marks. You don't really see any bite marks on any of these bones, but you do see they've kind of been snapped, broken, crushed, and overall kind of maybe being beaten. You don't know if that was post-mortem or that's how they died or something's kind of been doing something over time, but you do see that a lot of these bones are crushed. As you come through, can you give me a saving throw, please?
Yes, I would love to. What kind of saving throw?
A Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. All right, I'll give you a Constitution saving throw.
And you don't want me to tell you the difficulties.
Oh.
All right. DM roll. GM, boom. You take 3 points of poison damage.
Poison. Okay, what have I got here? What have I got? Danger sense. That's. Oh no, this is only for deck saves. Fuck.
At this time as well, four skeletal hands jump out of the pile of bones and start strangling you. Where is it? 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, was that 3 points of poison damage?
3 points of poison damage, buddy.
21, 18.
I'm gonna have to do all your tokens again. Fuck me. What's your armor class there? Your armor class was 15. So these three claws, these three hands, jump at you from the pile of bones after you're kind of poking around. Start like scratching at your face and trying to claw you as well. These four claws kind of swing at you. 1, 2, 3 of them hit. Okay, and
Jesus.
you take 9 points of damage. 3, 3, 3.
Well, I guess I'll use my stone's endurance to shrug off an injury. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12, add your constitution. and
That's just
reduce
gonna
the amount.
make it. Yeah, you got +3.
That's
con,
not gonna make
so-
1-0.
Yeah, so you take 6 points of physical damage, or bludgeoning damage there, as these claws, or slashing damage, because they're kind of clawing it. Bludgeoning, because they're trying to strangle you there. And let's roll some initiative.
Whoa,
Remember,
I
select
love
your
rolling initiative. So 6
select your
points of
character
damage?
first. Yeah, 6 points of bludgeoning damage, plus the 3 points of poison damage before. As a puff of I forgot to actually announce it, as a puff of smoke or poison kind of emanates from the disturbed bones, kind of like the rattling of old corpses kind of just wafts out of the stinky fart.
Something like this?
Yeah, it's more like you moved old bones and there was a long lost SARS virus in there and it kind of just wafts around.
Oh,
Someone faked in your
Corona
face.
2.0.
Yeah, there was an H1N1 swine flu disease in there.
So, Mark, click on your character token first. Make sure you're using like the pointing attribute in Roll20. Select Foreskin's token, and then go and roll initiative, which will be through your character sheet.
Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, I was just pondering on the fact that I said maybe we should consider if there's any traps there first.
Nah, mate. I bet you made that a con save just because I told you I had fucking advantage on deck saves.
Already knew you had advantage on deck saves, and con is more appropriate to poison.
Poison? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, I had a list of questions I wanted to ask before any of this happened.
Initiative 16. All right, Foreskin, you are up first. So you see these four hands, these four skeletal hands, kind of just darting around the ground at the moment, all surrounding Shebeard. And the
So
roll
they've
actually-
jumped on him, attacked, and fallen to the ground in front of him?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
right at his feet.
God damn it. God damn it, so nice not to be the guy who fucked up. I don't want to cast prestidigitation. God, why have I hotkeyed prestidigitation?
I don't think I would have searched for traps in bones.
No, I literally had a set of, do the bones look like they've been aligned in a certain way? Are there shamanic rituals looking by? Does anything look suspicious? Does anything look suspicious around bones?
I definitely wouldn't have suspected hands coming out of the fucking bone.
I would have at least rolled for something suspicious. I feel this is a kick in the teeth to Coffee being like, it's good to search every area to make sure nothing is wrong in the area. 20
Yeah,
minutes later, it's poison.
Mate, this is just
Oh, my bad.
no dramas. No dramas. You're
I'd
going
like to-
first.
I'd like to. The closest one, which I'm guessing is the one top left.
Top left, yeah.
Yeah.
Input public. Why is it casting? Why are you not rolling? Oh, on one. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I cast Ray of Frost on the closest one.
That's just Mage Hand, mate. There we go. Rare Frost.
Yeah, I know. I was picking the wrong
Yeah,
one.
it hits, and in a shattering of ice, the closest one dies. As
My
the
God,
hands kind of
18
fall
damage?
limb. That's 18 to hit.
Oh, I was gonna say.
18 hit and
It just
I gotta
shatters.
roll again, don't I?
You
Oh,
can't,
just
but it
shatters?
just shatters.
Okay,
Don't know why
awesome.
that
I've never.
fucked up.
I would like to know that this is the 5th episode, and this is the first time I think I've hit Ray of Frost.
Probably.
So I'm not used. I'm not used to hitting something. And I guess I can't just be like, cool.
Okay.
Maybe actually no. I'll take a step back.
Okay, Shebeard, or Ladybeard as it is in here, you are up. So now you should all be able to see your health as a health bar as well above your names.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
9. I would have
I
died.
am fucking wounded as right now.
You can also update your health by clicking on your token, and it will be the red bar.
I have so much health.
You
It's
do.
the best.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I think that I am pretty pissed because I've just
You are
been
pretty
fucking
pissed.
poisoned and attacked by some fucking rude ass hands.
Which one's dead? Tom?
The top left one.
Did any of them
so-
attack him in any inappropriate manner? Did they groin punch him?
No, they were choking him.
Oh, okay.
So bottom right, bust out the great axe and just fucking. Oh.
Can everyone
Take a
see
bigger-
each other's health bars or not?
No.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
I got Ignatius and myself.
And I
But
am
does it give you a
fucking
number?
low. Oh my god! Want to buy a healer?
Does it give you a number
Seriously?
above the health bar, or is it just the image?
Just
I see the number above mine, but not anyone.
Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. 22.
And I don't see a bar above Lady B.
Does that hit? I
Yeah.
believe that hits.
I haven't got Lady
Yeah,
B's
that's
either.
that's hitting, and you just annihilate one of them.
Okay. Eddie, have you got she beards now?
So that's the
Yeah,
bottom
so
right
I've got she beards as well.
and top left.
Yep. 2 more.
And oh, what can I fucking do here? I can't. If I move, I'm just gonna provoke opportunity. So
Correct.
I will probably just stand here and just look fucking mean in my.
You're not
dress.
raging, are you?
No, I am
Okay.
not. I am fucking as if I'd waste my
You're
rage
like the
on-
calmest barbarian in the world.
Dude, I'm not gonna waste my
Fine.
rage on a couple of hands, man. Come on, there could be some more hectic shit going on.
It's a couple of hands, mate. You could die. Alright, so giant rat is what I have apparently as the character order. That is not right. But it's going to be the fucking giant hands, or these small crawling hands here. Alright, well, they're going to do exactly what they did before as well. And 2 clawing attacks come through. Both of them miss this time.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's all they'll do. They'll fall back to the ground after they kind of slashing your face, and now it's Ignatio's turn.
Move to here,
Yep,
and I aim at the one that's furthest away from me
sure.
with my. Hey, where'd the thing go? I don't have my macros. Well, like me, that's right.
You don't have your macros?
I don't know if my. No, I do. I don't know if my macros apply now.
14 plus 2.
16 to hit.
That hits. And another one just like pops into smoke or into crumbled bones.
Okay, cool. That's a big difference. Smoke. No
Smoke!
illusions.
Oh, fuck!
And then with my bonus action, I shoot the other.
Yep. That hits as well, and outside of this, it's now the end of combat. And the other one falls into a crumbling of bones as it kind of clatters down, and as the bolt ricochets off. It kind of flies off into the background, hitting the back of the cave. Good work, boys. Killed some hands.
Could I burn some hit dice?
That's taking a short rest if you guys want to do that.
No.
Like,
You can explain it to them if you want, Eddie, but I can as
no,
well.
no, that's fine. Like, I'm sure Shebeat understands what that would mean. If we, I'd have to, like, one of us would have to. I'm happy to keep watch if you want to do that, but we just, it's risky. Shit'll creep up on us and stuff.
So, like, taking a 10-minute break to, like, sit down, patch your wounds. So, you would be
I think they take
distracted.
10 minutes,
she
right?
did. Yeah, it's like you sit down and start bandaging up your wounds, having a sip of tea. You know, take a 10-minute breather, because you've been, like,
I need to breathe
running.
because I've fucking
You've been
taken.
doing.
I've taken
yeah,
all the damage.
You're taking all the damage.
Okay.
You know, people, one or multiple people can, you know, just chill out and keep an eye out if you want. Of course, it'll be a lot easier to see anything if that happens. And you know, you can be
Yeah.
prepared.
I think I need to sit down and strap these wounds. I've taken quite the beating. Ignacio, take this torch whilst I'm doing this. If you would.
I lost a lot of blood. I could take a rest. Foreskin, seeing that you're unscathed, do you mind keeping watch so we can rest? Please. Please, Foreskin.
And thank you.
Yes. And I would like to walk
After a
up
long
to-
dramatic
yeah.
pause. Yes.
As long as
What?
Ignacio and Shebeard, when you're, what are you doing, Ignacio? Are you like just sitting down, looking forward?
They're distracted, like bandaging up themselves. Like they're preoccupied in sitting down or standing.
Okay.
Most likely sitting.
No worries, that's
"Oh."
fine. I just kind of, yeah, no worries. I just take torch and look
I'm
forward.
gonna roll these hit dice now. Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Keep in mind you
fucking
do have
21.
2 hit dice. 2 hit dice because you're level 2.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna reduce that to 1.
And then it's D12 plus 3. Yeah, good. So you're both rolling those.
Yeah, 21.
Nice. You can just single click on your portrait, and there'll be like the red bar, and you can just update it there.
I've got my character sheet on the other screen.
That's easy as well.
I'm happy with 21. Honestly, I'll just. Oh, maybe I'll just burn the other hit dice. Fuck it.
Really? Okay.
No, I'm not going to. Joking.
Like, I can see your max health, and I would personally not recommend it, but it's up to you.
You said to me, "Oh, you've got 2 hit dice, by the way." Like you were like, "Oh, you can use the other one."
Oh, well, let's say
That won't hold up.
I personally wouldn't.
I will not hold up in court.
Okay, so
Yeah.
All right. So after taking a 10-minute breather, Mark, you can give me a perception check while they're kind of fucking around, bandaging themselves and things like that, trying to get back up to speed.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. I guess every roll is huge.
Okay. You don't see anything, obviously, otherwise I would have called that out during this time. But, after like a 5-10 minute break, it's pretty uneventful. You hear kind of off really far in the distance, you kind of hear some, I wouldn't say clanking, but some kind of maybe scratching. Off in the distance. Like, maybe like, you can kind of hear it echoing. Like, you've been into a cavern before, and things kind of echo a little bit. Like, you with Mark, and you, Foreskin, would hear it as well like this, but I'm trying to just give it to you for understanding it. But you kind of hear it, like, bouncing off the wall, so it's not just, like, off right in front of you. It's off into the distance. It's hard to tell because it's echoing through it. It could be hundreds of kilometers away, and it's really good echo, or it could be maybe, like, 100 feet away or something like that. But you can hear kind of scraping would be the best way. Like, something heavy being dragged, maybe, or scraping along the walls.
Okay, would you say, like, so my 2 analogies are, it's not fingernails on a chalkboard, it's a stone, it's like stone against stone being dragged across a stone wall, almost.
This is pretty much what you hear. You can hear that, right?
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, cool.
That's pretty much what you hear.
okay.
Things in the background.
Can Ignacio try and recover some bolt?
Yeah, easy. Boom, boom.
All right.
I'm not too worried about ammo. Not too worried.
I'll keep track of it.
Alright. Can I kind of just turn my back to kind of just... Can I just investigate? Actually, no, I just want to... Looking at the bones, you said they're in all various shapes and sizes, is that correct?
Yeah, like ranging from like small birds all the way up to like humanoid size.
In my vision of light, can I see like any random rituals going on or anything like that?
It just looks like a boneyard.
Just like a boneyard.
You can roll for it, but like it literally just seems like people have dumped some bones here, kind of scattered on the ground. All the bones that you thought were missing are probably down here.
Have either of you ever seen creatures like that?
Sometimes I like to turn off the fire and choke myself at night. That's the closest I've got.
Quite revealing.
So it's some kind of spell?
Spell.
I fucking need a minute.
It's a practice, I give you what.
There's a wand involved, but I don't think there's any spells being cast.
Yeah, it's like a spell, but it's purely physical. And no words need to be muttered. Just straight choking.
Ignacio ponders whether he's ever heard of anything like these hands.
Arcana, history, religion. If anyone's proficient in any of those 3, and you wanna understand these hands, roll them. Arcana, history, religion.
I'm not proficient in any knowledges.
Well, other than that,
I know very.
Oi.
I've got 26, 22, 21.
Yeah, your rolls have been huge today, champ.
It's a sober
Shebeard,
roll.
you care about understanding where they come from. It's like, nah, fuck it. You just slay them. Just who cares?
Are you sober, Mark?
Yeah, I only have the second bottle.
Oh man.
It's sober, and they're sober.
I was gonna say.
Look, for him, that's pretty sober, so I'll give it to him. Okay, so these are called crawling hands. They're very weak, reanimated, or cursed hands that kind of come to life for necromancy magic. That's usually what it's like to raise a small minion up. Maybe it was a part of a skeleton, and these hands are still sentient despite being disattached from a skeleton's, body. Typically, you've seen these in necromantic rituals where necromancers would summon armies of undead to protect them. And these are kind of like the lesser offshoots when something's either gone wrong in their spellcasting, or as the spell's failing, these hands are kind of still looming around. That's how you've seen these present themselves in the world from where you're from Ravnica. It's something that, maybe low-level necromancers might cast to kind of start practicing. Very weak, usually one hit, usually decomposed or offcuts, not really like the main magic.
From that note, have I ever... the way you presented it to me, it kind of gives me the inclination that this has always been active when there's a necromancer nearby. Is that true? That this spell is not known as a trap, but more as a low-level necromancer is nearby, therefore these hands are active.
He's just
Could have been
a
from times
necromancer
past.
summoned them at some point.
Yeah, it's some point a necromancer would have summoned them or raised them.
Okay.
That's the context that you've seen them from Ravnica.
Okay.
Metagamingly speaking, there are other ways that crawling hands come into the world, but you know it as necromantic magic. Someone would raise it from the dead, and as you're a shit necromancer, you can only raise a hand as opposed to a whole skeleton.
Yeah.
Or it's the result of the whole skeleton kind of slowly falling apart because the magic can't sustain itself anymore. So all that's left is a hand. So you can see it as a really shit necromancer raising the dead and all they get is a hand. Or the skeleton, because no one's been able to maintain the skeleton because you need to pump magic in it constantly, it's starting to fall
just go
apart.
onto Discord.
So you can either see it being
Download
really
mine,
shit
I don't think.
new or falling apart old. They're kind of what you get.
Okay. No, sorry. I was just concerned on your explanation. I was like, okay, fuck. If there's hands available and there's a trap,
Just download, start the sign up Discord.
I wasn't sure if it was like, okay, there's a necromancer nearby channeling these hands, therefore. I didn't know if it was a
it's like
channeling
summon and
effect or
forget.
if it was a summon effect. Okay.
Yeah, it's summon and forget, but after a certain amount of time, they fall apart. If they need constant magic to be putting into it, otherwise they fall apart.
Sorry, I was just
You don't know how
concerned
long
that
it is either.
Yeah. I was just concerned that it might be like a necromancer nearby being like, shit!
Shall we proceed?
On that information, I guess I just kind of, cool, freaky hands, like to check myself. Hand the torch back to Shebeard and be like, maybe later I'll check myself.
Okay. Takes torch back. He's weirded out.
Okay.
Moving on.
If you ever need to borrow my hands, you can just take them.
Coffee, this is my dog.
It's gonna be a long dungeon. Oh, that's a cute ass dog.
Yeah.
That is very cute.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
little
it.
fluff ball.
Yeah.
Just wait there. Just wait there.
Is it gonna get bigger than that, or is that the hugest it'll get?
No, I'll get bigger. I'll get around like 50, 60 centimeters. And he'll be like a giant. He'll be like basically a snowball.
He's a man. He's gonna be a big snowball. Is he still a puppy?
He's only 3
Is he
months. I
gonna
think he's like 4 months old.
Now you're a man.
Yeah.
A man,
Anyway.
a man.
That is extremely cute. Oh, cute.
Milo!
Anyway,
It is very cute.
Milo, stop it. Stop it, Milo. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, moving on.
Alright. So you're not offended by me choking myself?
Lady Beard walks.
I walk at a respectable distance.
Just sort of pretend that it didn't happen.
Ooh, we have music. Is this like fucking the Rogan? Is this Rogan Cameron from fucking Diablo 2?
This is
it coming
royalty-free
from
music, YouTube. Fuck you. Stop discriminating. No, it's not the Rogan Canon. I'll turn it down a little bit more as well.
Is there any wind going on at the moment?
It's like a faint breeze.
Okay.
And
So
which
like,
direction is it coming from?
Chibi's dresses and like kind of flowing up a little bit, is it?
No, it's not that.
Thank
It's
God.
not that hard.
At this point, I would like to cast.
Prestidigitation.
I wasn't
Make
pressing.
it-
I was thinking along the lines of
Mage
fucking.
hand.
Maybe. No, I was thinking along the lines of fucking fog cloud and have a peek.
That's why you need darkness spell. Warlocks can be
Yeah,
huge.
no,
though,
fuck-
If you want
Fuck
to
that,
see, if you want to see a fucking real fucking tackle, mate.
The fucking trigger bones.
Yeah. All right.
Goodbye.
I guess I'm sort of after that shenaniganry with the fucking skeletons. I'm a little bit more on edge now. So I guess can I do a perception and check for some trapperinos?
Sure.
Would that be a
It's
thing?
investigation.
Traps.
Investigation for some trapperinos. Okay. Okay, we will submit.
I'd probably
that.
give you disadvantage on everything, but I'm not that mean. Like, I
I'd
would
like to
probably
start
give you.
kind of being like. I'd like to at this point why he's investigating, just kind of being like.
Yeah, so you walk slower when you're looking for traps as well there, Coffee. Not that it's really too much of an issue. Up until your line of sight, you see no traps here, and
Creepy snacks.
I don't know. Like, if I just say up to your line of sight, you see no traps, you're going to go, okay, cool. I move to the next line of sight and then search again. Then search again. But it's like, if I don't do that, you could just come across a trap and it springs. If you don't do that, it's like, okay, where's the happy medium of looking for traps and not rolling every 30 feet? I need to
Well,
find that happy medium.
why don't we just, I don't know.
Not have
how many
traps.
feet have I got to go?
How about you hand your
No.
torch off?
Give
Instead
me.
of-
how many
Give me
how many
an
feet do you
amount
have
of
to
times I've got
go?
to roll, and I'll roll that many perception checks. How about that?
One,
Would you like to
two,
hand your torch off to
three.
me to
Give
remove
me
your
three.
anxiety behind this?
Give me
Give me-
3
Give you 3 perception checks. Okay.
investigations.
Oh, sorry. Investigation. Okay. Done. 3
First one-
investigation.
First one's fine. Second one you die. Third one doesn't matter.
Might just roll. I'm gonna roll it with advantage, just so it's 2 rolls.
That's fine.
That's not too
Okay.
bad.
Okay, cool. You can keep on progressing forward, and I'll tell you when something happens.
Okay.
So you can, slowly reveal if you want. Yeah, let me. How about I fucking reveal?
Ah,
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah. Sorry, mate. You've been left in the dark. Okay.
These aren't big. These little hook things they're jumping down of.
Ignacio.
They're like 5 feet. 5 feet kind of blocks. All right. At this point in time, when you get here, boom. Here we go. It sucks that I can't do a circle. Hold up. Just go back a little bit. Go back to like the. I'll move you. There you go. Stay there. It's a trap right here. It's a
Okay.
simple boulder trap. There is a pressure plate on all 3 tiles like this. It looks slightly different colored. And
just
Okay.
confirming it's not a ladyboy laying across the ground.
it's not a ladyboy thing across the ground.
The only lady boy
Um,
you see around here is me.
So you see this pressure plate that takes up the entire passageway from north to south, or east to west, like left to right. And it's roughly like a 2 foot wide, 3 foot wide. It says 5 feet. It's like 3 feet. We can do 5 feet if you want, but it's
Okay.
roughly 3 feet
So-
across.
Can you guys all jump that amount? He's good at athletics. I'm very good at athletics, so
Can I'd like to turn to the lady and be like, maybe she consider if there's anything else. Like, what's above us? There's nothing like some fucking ice pillar shapes or like that are ready to like impale you at a get-go.
A net, something. Yeah.
I think is there a boulder suspended from the roof? Is that what I've ascertained?
Yeah, you kind of realize that one of the boulders above you is looking kind of held in place. You see the pressure plate, you look around, you either assume that something would come out of the walls, drop down, or drop up. And looking up, you kind of see a boulder. Like, it kind of would look natural, but now that you're looking directly above it, it looks like it would probably
spherical.
just... Yeah, it's quite spherical, and it looks like it would probably release after being touched.
Okay, then I guess I turn to the boys and be like, it's a trap.
It's a trap!
It's a trap.
Turn around, it's a trap. I'd like to turn the boys and be like, at this point,
I'd like to make an athletics check and see if I can jump over this.
Yeah, sure. Shouldn't be too hard,
because I
considering you know
am
where it is.
such a fucking beast. Can I have advantage as well?
No.
Okay.
It's over 10. I'm fine. That's 3 feet.
22.
Yeah, two of you are really fine to jump it.
We stay at boulders width to back and then do thumbs up and signs of encouragement to force
Little
it.
blue man. Are you sure?
I'd like
you
to at
can
this
do
point be like, I am not confident in this. Can I get any form of encouragement?
I have
You
some
can do it.
rope, perhaps.
If you die, I'll sell you shit.
50% of your stuff belongs to us. All that sort of shit. Blah blah blah. Read the fine print of the contract.
If you tell me how big your
Don't
penis
step
is,
on the fucking trap, or else it's all in there in the fine print. It's all standard
Yeah.
stuff.
Your dick size doesn't
I
matter.
guess I do the old not the most athletic kid in high school, and do my run.
You're out of breath just before you reach the pressure plate.
Yeah, basically be like I took too big of a run up, and guess I fucking get a jump.
I guess this is how Mark dies.
Roll athletics. Oh, 7.
Honestly, I guess this is how Mark dies.
Run,
There's
Jimmy,
so many
run.
ways you can handle this. Alright. You try and do a running
This is what I was
jump.
trying to do. I was trying to say to Coffee, I'm like, can I please just jump on your back and you throw me or something? But he jumped.
Just said
So I'm like,
something.
fuck.
There are
Oh,
so
going
many
to
ways
it,
you
you
can handle a pressure plate, but okay. Alright, so
happened?
you do a run jump, and just as you're like about to jump, you trip over one of your
Tess, do you want
feet.
me to send you the Discord?
You jump over, you don't clear it, you're kind of like in this like hot zone. You hear the click,
Oh, okay, yeah, good times. That's it.
and a boulder starts dropping down in slow motion. Give me a dexterity saving throw
Oh, I wish
to try
Coffee.
and clear out of the way from this boulder as it's coming hurtling towards you.
I wish Coffee would have given me a second to be like, can you throw me across?
I can't touch the distance. You'll have to toss me.
Look, we all have
No one
rituals
touches the dwarf.
to try and lure kids into the woods. It's
I
just,
wish you would have fucking
Okay,
thrown me.
can
Actions have
I-
consequences.
Okay,
That's
here's
fine.
another
Here you
question.
go.
Here's another question.
There you go. That's
Can we
that's the
encourage?
thing you wanted.
have you got
Oh.
inspiration? You've got inspiration. Use your inspiration to re-roll that dex.
I
You
got
use the
it.
use the inspiration to reroll the athletics.
Yeah, you got
too?
inspiration there.
Fuck.
I'll use your inspiration, boom. You can re-roll it.
You want to
Just
reroll
talking
the
to you
athletics,
two,
not
you
the
can-
dexterity.
Yeah, roll.
We recon this.
Well, we've
He's a
already
newbie.
we've already gone through. It has to be a dexterity save now. Like we've already gone through.
Come on, bit of cheeky recon. Come on, baby.
Oh, fuck
No,
that. That should be a dex
I
save.
told.
Come
This
on,
is the thing,
babe.
Coffee. You literally should
One if you
have
can
given
help
me a
him.
second to speak.
Can I? Yeah, I'd like. Yeah.
I didn't know
Can
were
if you
fully-
want.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, a bit of team
There you go.
brotherhood shit. Let's
That's
go
what
down and
happens.
dirty.
I rolled a 7.
Oh my god, that's what happens. You're like, my rolls are on fire tonight, and then it's like
No, it's
7,
actually-
6, 7.
Didn't you jump the gun, poison
No.
yourself, and then just run ahead of everyone?
That's how I roll, bro.
He's a
It's worked
tank.
out quite well for me, but apparently not for you. So
Walk. Crunch.
who's the one with the flawed plan here?
I died.
Not me.
So
I
this
think
rock
I don't know.
falls.
I'd see this bad thing happen, and then I would also want to assist in
Do you have
trying
9?
to help. Can I
Do you
give?
So this rock
What
falls,
assistance?
crushes into Foreskin's legs and his back. As you're kind of deliberating and understanding how to help him, the time has already passed. He's kind of screamed out and going, "Oh, fuck!" Trying to roll out of the way as his boulders kind of come crushing down. It hits him square in the back, makes him fall unconscious straight to the ground. The boulder, after hitting it, kind of rolls off to the side.
All right.
Okay, so unconscious is in like he has on 0 hit points right now.
He's on
or-
0 hit points. Also, Mark,
Okay.
give me a death save.
Oh.
That's
So you got to fail 3 of these or succeed 3 of these to get up, unless one of your
Oh.
work
God.
acquaintances will help you.
Wait, I need everyone to stop talking for a
It's
second.
not a
I
medicine.
just need
It's not a
Josh to
medicine.
talk.
Yeah, it's not a medicine.
I need Josh.
so,
I just need Josh to talk because I'm getting lost here.
so the boulder only did 9 points damage. I rolled it
Yeah,
out in
I
the
know that.
open. So you're now unconscious. If it did 18 points or more, you'd just have to re-roll a new character. What happens now is you're in this unconscious state. To get back up, you have a chance to get back up. You're not dead. You're just unconscious. You gotta succeed 3 rolls. Or if you fail 3 rolls, again, your character's dead. If the guys heal you in any way or do a successful medicine check on you in any way, which is Ignacio on the last round doing it, then you get back up. So this will be interesting because you hope you don't roll another, like, 2 death saves. In your character, next to your hit dice, below your hit points, there'll be a box saying successes and failures and death saves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, found it. Yep.
Click the death saves. It's literally a coin flip. So you got to beat 2 coin flips. So firstly, that was the one for being hit on the head by the rock. So 1 success. Now do it again. This and then Ignacio tries to heal.
Can coffee? Oh yeah. that's it.
Oh, he's rolled 2 successes, dude.
2
And I stay
successes. The second one would be, coming through. Now you can see if you get up on your own there, Mark. Well, no matter what happens here, your character's not dead, but it's more, does your character stand up by itself, or does Ignacio heal you? So 1 more death save. So above 10 is good. Above 10 is good, I forgot to say. So 10,
Yeah.
1 to 10, bad. 11 to 20, good. So you've got 2 positives right now. So you would stand up by yourself if you get the next one above 10. So roll it 1 more
I'd
time. But
roll
no
it
matter
one
what
more
happens, you'll be there.
Oh my god, what are those fucking rolls, mate? Fuck.
Perfect.
they were
So
Where were those rolls before this?
yeah, where were those rolls before this? So you get back up. You're on 1 hit point, by the way. You get back up. You see, as you stand, Ignacio kind of crouched, I imagine, next to you, trying to, help you out with the wounds. But you get back up and kind of in an immense amount of pain after this gigantic boulder. As you look to your left, it's just fucking sitting there, kind of just slowly, like, rocking side to side ever so slightly. You're in a world of hurt, but you're alive.
I guess kind of look at the sheep and be like,
Good night, Arani. Thanks for coming
one
by.
second.
We'll be doing a lot more streaming, especially with
1
Baldur's
second
Gate
is
3
all I
coming out
needed.
as well. For now, we've got a lot of shit going
So
on.
all I
But
needed was
thanks
1
for-
second.
thanks for
to have a
stopping
quick
by.
Conversation.
Keep
He's
up.
kind of scour.
Don't roll if you want to talk things. That's a big no-no. Because as soon as you roll, I'm like, sweet, you're done talking. You're done thinking about
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. And just sit on the ground. Like, is my back broken?
No.
Nah.
Okay, thank
You
God. I was like, alright, someone get me a fucking wheelchair. Get me some wood to make a wheelchair.
Well, we know a guy who knows an artificer, so it is
Yeah.
it is a possibility.
Now, do you want my
Yeah,
hardcore rules to apply?
Yep.
Because I made some hardcore rules for this gaming session, and this I didn't
Yeah.
expect to pull them out so soon. But every time you get knocked down, you get a level of exhaustion.
That's fun.
Because there's been too many times where people get knocked down and then come back up and then get knocked down again. So Mark, you have disadvantage on all ability checks now.
No worries. That's fun.
You have to do a long rest to get rid of it. There are 6 levels of exhaustion that get progressively worse, and each rest only takes off 1 exhaustion.
These are the
That's
worst.
fun.
Yeah. So for now, every time you do a skill check,
Will
you must
Johnson
roll
got
disadvantage.
up like fucking 6 times
4
in a row or
times, yeah.
something.
Fucking orcs.
Can't get knocked back down.
No, he wasn't even an orc. He just got really lucky. with like the druid laying hand, like healing him every round. So get knocked down by this big guy doing double swings, get a death save instantly. Then the druid would heal him. Jazz would get back up, get knocked back down, do a death save again, and just repeated. And then eventually, Coffee's character killed the fucking guy, and it went from there. Because this guy just wanted to crush Jazz's head. Just you're not getting back up.
Just stay down.
So at this point, I would like to make it known that there's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Between me
Ignacio
and
comes up. Ignacio comes up and says, "Look, buddy, you know, it can happen to anyone. I just think
anyone, it's not
everyone
that bad.
has their normal arms and legs can do stuff like this. I'm sorry."
Perhaps I was too overzealous to jump over the 3-foot jump
And then makes a snide remark.
without
straight-
consulting the party of other beings beforehand. But I guess I will not be making that mistake again.
I just kind of make a snide remark back, being like, the same way you checked all the bones cautiously after I warned you that there may be a trap.
You didn't warn me. You metagame warned me afterwards.
No, I didn't. I grabbed you by the shoulder and said, maybe before you check the bones, we should check for traps or any poisons or anything. And
You're like, nah.
And then I took a step back from you.
So good, that's my
that
job,
was-
man.
that was
I'm the
funny.
guy to identify the traps.
That's pretty barbarian though, as well. It's like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
good.
now there's
Sorry,
Just-
but I
just
didn't,
let
I
you
didn't
know
realize that I was
just to let you know there is tension between me and you now. That
well. So this is
Because that's literally what the rogue would do.
pacifier. So I'm Vin Diesel, and you're a bunch of kids, and I'm a SAS soldier, and you guys are a bunch of spoiled teenagers.
gross.
Say acid fire.
Do things my way. There is no highway option.
So I'm kind of here now. Well, Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm here
So you've
just-
got disadvantage on all ability checks there until you have a long rest. And if you get knocked down again, it's going to be worse and worse.
I'm fine with that.
You
But
beauty. Stay the
Um,
fuck back.
You can do a short rest like the guys did as well. You know, take a 5-minute, 10-minute breather and use a hit die, which, you know, rolls and you regain hit points that way. If you want.
In session 1 that I did this year, someone who'd already lost hit points slipped off a rope.
My headphones.
Slipped off a rock
Sorry?
and took
What's
1 point. I think.
Just on
Yeah.
climbing down a rope. Everyone did it with ease, and then he slipped and just died in front of everyone.
Ah, bang. It's great. It's like, what a way for an adventure to die.
Put him back.
It's just like, well, we can't afford to res him. Better re-roll.
yeah, I guess at this
No,
point,
I
I'd
don't
be
think any
like,
level 1 characters have got black diamonds anywhere, so
Nah, resurrection early on is hard.
yeah, not the thing.
I think just
Okay, so we
I
take
think
10
falling
minutes.
in the category of a Dolkin of being hard-headed and kind of, you know, work orientated and be like, fuck this, like, all right, let's just go. And just
Okay,
kind of like,
but I think
just kind of be like,
just
fuck,
take 10 minutes and roll a hit dice.
nah, let's just go, guys. Let's just
Okay.
let's just get this dungeon
Dub
done.
and fuck.
Sorry, Chibid. Blue man, you look grievously wounded after this boulder incident. Are you sure you would not like to take a seat for a moment and regather yourself?
Yeah, you're kind of more purple at the moment.
Yes, you're not looking very, very well at the moment.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Yes. I think I will. I'm not going further without you resting. Or
Yeah,
giving me the torch.
I think in terms of what the Dolphins are, they're too hard-headed to be like, take that knowledge on. I'm just pissed off, and just kind of walk forward.
Well, I stay,
No
so
worries.
All
you
right.
can't see.
That's fine.
So
I
the
walk
light
to
is
the
just-
edge, I guess.
The light is just enough to have a look. So you see this whole room, where it is, as it is. And you see this door. This large door this large red door with kind of either tears or rain droplets kind of mosaiced over all of it. So it's this kind of stained glass wall door. You can kind of see through it. It's slightly opaque, and you can see stairs going down further. And there's tears or raindrops appearing all throughout this red doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything about the? I sort of might do like a little scope around the room. Is there?
I thought you were stationary.
Yeah, but now
thought
that I
you were-
see that there's a
I
door.
thought you were hard-headed, being like, I'm not moving until you heal.
He's coming over to the Suki door covered in
No, I'm scoping out the room because I've actually realized that there's a door here now, and you're kind of stuck without it being open. So, like,
Yep.
what are you gonna do? Get hit by a boulder again, or?
Good. As you approach the door, you get hit by a second boulder. You see,
snakes.
as the light kind of
On a
touches the
plane!
doorway, snakes on a plane, snakes in a dungeon, troll. A troll falls out from a trapdoor from the roof, with snakes piling from a plane. No,
That gives you the people's elbow. Oh my
Explosive-
god!
Explosive diarrhea of snakes.
explosive diarrhea of snakes. So as you come closer and the light emanates through the reflectiveness of the door there, you see that a riddle kind of slightly illuminates from it, kind of like Lord of the Rings when he's looking into the ring and it slowly, comes into view as the fire touches it. The key is found within your head. I'll paint this as well. The key is found within your head. Use the key to paint me red. Be aware of what you spurn, for what you give shall be returned.
Every
There
big
you go.
thing is fuck off, I'm fine. I know that riddle. I'm
I
very
know that
accustomed to that riddle.
Fuck off and fine, cunt.
Oh, the key is blood.
Did you say that out loud?
Shivid?
I'm in the same Discord as you.
Shibi, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Awesome. I turned to Ignatius and be like, did Lady B just volunteer his head to smash on that, to bleed on it?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I think I misread that and a bit by hurt. And continue to ponder the riddle, the poem, riddle. Alcohol. It's over. There's fucking spattered all over my face.
What does spurn mean?
Beware what you spurn. It's essentially just saying repercussions of your actions.
Okay. For what you give shall be returned. The key is found within your head. Use the key to paint me red.
Am I covered in blue blood? What color blood am I?
It's a good
My
point.
red or
Like I would still think you're like it oxidizes, so I still think it would go red because everyone's
That's-
got blue blood.
It's red and then coagulates into like a beautiful
What kind of
key shape.
what color blood would you like?
Okay, what does Discord say?
The
Blue, red.
broken blood.
What does
Code
Discord
for
say?
broken blood. Blue. Seems weird. I mean, it makes sense. Skin is see-through.
Yeah, our skin's white, but we don't fucking bleed white.
Yeah, well, it's pink though.
Protein in our blood colors it. My goblin makes our blood red.
My good globin.
Really sure it is. The red blood cells, which is proteins in it, called myoglobin.
Did the hands that we
My
killed have
goblins.
blood?
What was that, sorry? Did they have blood?
Did they-
No, they were skeletal.
Yeah. Are there still rat corpses upstairs?
As far as you're aware,
Cool.
yes.
Did we gather them up at all?
No.
All right.
Tea is found within your head.
Ignacio says BRB and lights a torch. And is the boulder completely blocking the dungeon?
No.
All right. I'll be back, guys.
Is there blue blood all over it?
Is your blood blue?
What did Twitch say?
I don't know. No one answered.
Disappointing.
I think the one viewer has gone to bed.
Essentially.
I
I eventually return with a rat
Saddest-
corpse, by the way.
memory of my clan, and then would shed a tear onto his finger, walk up to the door, and press that tear finger onto the door.
Sure. Take 1 point of damage as you pierce your finger.
What kind of damage?
Piercing, because you're piercing your finger. Or if you slash it, it's a slashing. Or if it's
Well, I'm not slashing
crudgeoning
my
yourself.
finger.
He's crying. He's
I'm
crying.
crying and
You're
putting the
crying.
tear on my finger and then touching the door.
Sorry, I thought you pierced your finger, is what you said.
No, I was crying. I was thinking of a very sad memory.
It's very similar.
crying.
Okay, so you take your tear. You take 1
I
point.
take a tear
Um,
and then I paint it onto the window, onto the door.
Okay.
Ignacio rushes back with a rat from upstairs, unless something horrible happens to me.
You take 4 points of psychic damage as you do that, Coffee.
4 points psychic. Fuck.
Yep.
Alright. And then I guess I just fucking hock a loogie at the fucking door.
Oh God, no!
The giant
So you huckle
speed
it-
comes out.
Nothing happens when you hock a loogie at it.
Okay, so that's 2 fluids from the head.
I, yeah, Ignacio returns with a rat corpse and smears its blood all over the door.
So yeah, it would probably take you, maybe 30 minutes at most to go that way.
30 minutes.
It took you around 10 minutes to climb the stairs.
Yeah, but that's
So 10 minutes either way is 20 minutes, and then maybe like 22 minutes then. All right, 20 minutes.
What
let's say.
if I was running instead of walking this time?
You could run there, but running with a giant corpse rat, like
All right,
giant
look.
corpse, would take a little bit of time, like maybe 15 minutes.
Can you explain again what I'm looking at?
So you're looking at a door that's opaque, red kind of stained glass window, has the inscription as the lights near it with the riddle on it. There's kind of, it looks like tear shapes, or it could be rain shapes, kind of scattered all over it as well. And it's crimson red.
Crimson red with a light beaming at it.
Well, you got your torch, and the torch is
okay.
looking at it.
Crimson red with inscriptions on it with what appears to be tear shapes. Can I do an Arcana check, please?
Sure. What are you trying to look at? Or what are you
Just
having a
is there any magic? Is there any magical essence surrounded by it?
Oh no, I'm
Looks
worried
pretty
now.
fucking magical, but sure.
But can I detect any magic that I know of?
How would you like to detect this? You're just looking at it, you're smelling it, you're poking it.
Is
You're
there
trying to
any?
commune with, maybe you're familiar with it. You're getting your symbol
any
and touching
markings?
it up against it on it.
Are there any? Is there any strange markings on any corners, or do I get the feeling that
So you're rubbing your hands around the edges.
No, I
trying to
don't,
feel
I don't
for,
touch it. I don't
cracks or
touch it
something.
at all. I've got enough. I'm going strictly visual.
I tried. but
Strictly
okay.
visual. Basically, just looking at every corner. I mean, is there any markings or scratchings that I recognize on the top left, right? Is there any random strange symbols that I might be able to recall seeing in a book that I might have read?
Yeah, so with your Arcana, it's definitely a magic door, and the symbols look like droplets of blood is what you would kind of get from it. You would realize it's probably a form of ancient magic, probably revolving blood into it there as well. Considering closely with the Arcana spell, you'd probably realize the key to it is blood.
Awesome. At this point in time, I'd like to get out my quarterstaff and kind of grab out my quarterstaff like one. I don't know. Maybe I'm using it. I don't use it as a walking stick. I kind of use it almost like it's a cross, almost as a bow, being like, and then kind of look at Shearbeard and turn around and kind of walk over to the boulder. And I presumably there's fucking some decent amount of blood on the boulder of my blood.
Please don't do this. Don't do it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of blue blood there.
Yep. Kind of pick up the blue. I kind
Doesn't
of
track. Doesn't track.
doesn't track. I'm happy to summon a fucking demon.
Use the key to paint me red. It says this is fucking blue.
You're warping my choices now. Now I think about it, it's a better option.
I'm not here, and I should be penalized.
You should be
I'll
penalized.
mute myself and be back in. I've got a time.
Okie dokie.
Oh, he's done more damage than you can do good. I'm gonna stick to what I was gonna do.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Pick up the quarterstaff, kind of scrape up a whole bunch of my own blood. And
Yep.
true to what I was gonna do is where were the marks of like indicating that there was symbols there?
The symbols are like all over this door, like these images of what could be like blood droplets, rain droplets, or tears. You ascertain that they're probably tears. Blood droplets. They're all over this whole kind of.
I guess this kind
wall
of.
there, and the
I think
inscriptions
it
in the
kind of
middle.
comes in handy. They kind of. Oh, not that. So they kind of look like that, yeah? Like little blood droplets all over the door?
Yeah, other way around,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, whatever. So I guess I kind of just pick up my blood over here with my staff. And how many are on the door?
There's hundreds.
Hundreds? I guess I kind of just...
Smear.
I hate this. I hate that I'm gonna do it, but I was gonna do it without Eddie telling me this. I guess I kind of just start filling in the blood drop, the tears. So if there's a tear there, I just kind of start rubbing my blood into the tears.
Get nice and deep black.
Yeah, just to see if anything happens.
Sure.
Yeah, but
as you
I do approach this cautiously. Like I do feel in a, like I'll feel in a tear, and then assess what's happened.
All right. So as you fill in a tear, you've grabbed some of your blood droplets, smeared it on your staff or whatever device that was there. As you touch it, as your staff, there's not a lot of blood onto it because, like, you know, it's kind of hard to rub some blood onto it. Some does absorb, but you get enough. You kind of like poke your staff up against the droplet.
Like enough to feel one, I guess.
The door turns blue and starts shimmering and starts to dissolve before your eyes. After about a minute or two, the entire doorway is dissolved into nothing.
Nice.
At this point in time, I'd like to cast Magic Missile on Shearbeard. Awesome.
You can
Awesome.
if you want. It's a good way to die
Magic
and just roll a new character.
Magic Missile.
So at this time, like, Ignacio has gone for a run, and I would say after all this time, you would just barely be able to catch up there, Ignacio, and see that the door is no longer visible. So with Corpse in tail, you've got no more crimson red door sealing the passageway there.
Whose blood did you use?
Ask Ignacio.
I just kind of glare. I make it very noticeable to Ignacio that I glare at Shearbeard, and then just stare at the door with like my quarterstaff in hand. being like- yeah.
All right.
But what you give shall be returned.
Oh fuck! You haven't got social cues at all, don't you?
Yeah, none.
God damn it! You fucking
Autistic.
inept
Love is on the
bastard.
spectrum, mate. Love is on the
Inept
spectrum.
I fucking use my own blood, alright? I use
Ah.
my own blood.
Wait, and nothing happened.
Door's gone, isn't it?
Ignacio rolls a perception check.
Sure.
Sorry, where's Ignacio at the moment?
He would be like, just like
Next to you.
close by.
Right.
Yeah, buddy. The door's not there. Like, nothing too eventful seems to have taken place while you were running to get the blood. Outside of that, nothing's really happened, from what you can tell. Like, the door's gone. You can see down the corridor. Mark's staff, like Forkin's staff, is like slightly bloodied, like it's been dipped in blood, essentially. And you would say that's about it. Kind of like nothing really has happened as you were gone, except for the doors absolutely fucking seared.
Okay, well, let's go in.
I dropped the rat.
Okay.
Keep following him.
At this point in time,
Thud. A rat corpse goes down.
Can I check some traps, please? Can I give you another 6 perception rolls for investigation of traps?
Just
For
give
the
me
next 6
one.
steps.
Give me 2. Just give me 2.
Okay.
did he walk through any
Investigation. Yeah. I'm just gonna roll it as advantage and just take both of them.
I'm on high alert,
Nice.
so I'm going to roll once.
That's alright.
Yeah. I'm extremely skeptical right now.
Yeah, anyone can assist if you want to get up close with him. You have to be
No,
side
no,
by
no.
side. 1, 2.
I'm just skeptical.
You're just skeptical.
Fuck.
So I'll say you kind of come to here. So yeah, that's for like your first roll. You kind of see. Okay. You can move forward if you want, buddy. I can move you to where you're up to if you want. You kinda
And,
get to, like, there.
Ladybeard, you feeling okay?
I guess I let Ignacio take the lead on this one and just creep behind him to stay safe. I would like to know at this point in time, do I hear anything? Is there any strange smell? Can I realize any strange smells or weird sounds?
You can give me a perception check for that, but naturally, like, it's just pretty much what you've come before. Eerily silence, the faint rustle of wind,
Oh, okay.
the smell of dampness in the air.
I'll take that. That's fine.
Smell of back pain.
The smell of back pain.
The smell of my own blood.
Yeah, that's definitely like wafting through and emanating around the area.
Actually, I will take a perception check to make sure that the smell of my blood hasn't invigorated someone in the near vicinity to be like, I smell blood, let's fucking kill him. I just want to make sure there's no reaction to the smell of my blood.
You're just
Yeah,
describing a shark.
It's pretty faint, like, it's not like over potent, the smell of your
Okay.
blood, but considering you're very close and you know you've been beaten close to death and you know been passed out, it's pretty much that's what
We
you can
have
smell immediately.
encountered a crossroads, gentlemen. Let's
I guess I'd like to just approach behind Ladybeard. Not like threateningly, just kind of just like approach cautiously.
Sure.
And I guess be beside Ladybeard.
do I need to do some more investigations for some trap checks?
You're up to there with no traps. That's fine.
Okay, so
Right, straight into it.
Okay.
Oops, that's
No.
the opposite of heal. It goes pitch black. You're dead.
Darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I put out my